All right, boys and girls. I am here. What is up? What is up? Oh. All right. Let's pull up YouTube, shall we? Get rid of that. Let's just type. I'll watch this one right here first. Alpha 2 testing period of execution. MFs. Smex. What's up, man? Appreciate the follow, brother.
That's like 250 KHP. I think
Hoping to have a good night / day.
I mean, they nerfed the regeneration.
If you want it to be faster, you don't have.
I've actually never used a caravan in the game yet so far, so I'm curious what this video is about. See how it goes.
To necessarily place a caravan here. You can even place it further outside of the city.
Yeah, I know, but we're going to be safe. Let's test.
But maybe for the others that don't know, the further you go, at some point you see a hologram with a caravan icon, and that's basically the border where you can place a caravan.
How do I abandon a caravan that I summoned?
You just
Not just that, or like escape or something.
We'll bring a crowbar later.
We'll loot ourselves, yeah.
You don't have any ability to sprint the caravan?
Okay, they're coming from
There is, but it's
Winstead.
50 mana.
There is, but it's not. Yeah, it's 50 mana, but it's like.
I'm curious where they're going.
It's not letting me do it, so.
What's the point of the caravan? Is it like an Albion to transfer items from one place to another, or does it serve another purpose? So, caravans do multiple things. So exactly what you just said is one of them, where you move a bunch of items to a different location since you can't teleport in this game, and you also have a weight capacity and a inventory capacity. So this allows you to carry mass items. Two, if you want to make money by doing it, you use the glint that you get from the game to buy like these crates, and you fill it up with like node orders or something like that. And you fill those crates up, and then you take those crates, put them in the caravan, and then you take the caravan to another node and sell them at a different node to make money. Currently, that is like the only two things I can think of why we'd run our caravan so far. Yeah, it's gonna be really interesting on when you need to move stuff when like the auctions house stuff becomes a thing.
What is your nickname, Sharfin, by the way, in the game?
This is the basic
Type
caravan.
it also on the guild, I'm gonna invite you.
Yeah, we
to
hold
party.
3 crates.
We're like about to
What
reach the board
the
again.
fuck is this? It's so long.
There's like so many different trade items.
Just in the beginning.
Turtle Sins, thanks for the follow, man. Welcome to the club, and I really hope you're enjoying yourself tonight. We're gonna be watching other people's content and see what we can learn, and see what we can talk about, because we're all crack addicts and we're all what in the same game.
Completely default, yeah.
But you can add stuff to it that you crafted.
Have you seen the 40 versus 40 vid from Envious and Novus Ordum? Might be going to watch. Yeah, dude, I'll definitely do my PvP analysis, because I've actually had a really good it's Friday yet. I hope. Just put me in a coma. Maybe I'm dreaming. It might be Friday. I I've seen only a clip of it, but I've had a lot of interactions with Envious, and it's not all too kind with Envious. So I'm really happy that Nova Ortem is putting them in their place. We need to speedrun to Friday. Yes, we do. Can you give your thoughts on Ranger? All right, brother. What do you want to know? Like, do you want to give my overall arcing opinion on Ranger? Everything. I love that. Once upon a time, there was a man, Steven Shreve, and he made their Ranger. Trying to find a class play. I got you. I'll give you everything that there is to know about the Ranger. And before I get into that, taking notes. Smex, I have some nice things about Envious, kind of like elitist mentalities. They really are. They think they're the best, but I mean, I'm not going to talk too much trash about them because that's not for what the internet's all about. But they do mean things. They really do mean things. Liam Gel, thanks for the follow, man. I hope you're enjoying yourself this fine evening. Come in. Let's enjoy some knowledge and enjoys everyone's presence together. Shh, I get it. Yeah. Okay, so brutal. Everything about the Ranger. So I'm going to say some pros and some cons. The pros for the Ranger is your mobility is your lifeline, pretty much. You are a little bit more tankier than the mage, but if you can kite, you will win. 2, brings in the kiting. Kiting is very fantastic for the Ranger because you have two traps. You have a vine field, and then you also have a bear trap. And both of these things immobilize you, and I don't know if you can use your CC break to break out of that. I know that the Ranger can use that on their own CC break, or their CC break on the vines if they get put in vines. But I don't know if the mage or any of the classes have a CC break. The fighter might. But the vine field's really good. The bear trap's really good for kiting. It has like, if you put more snares on the target, the longer they're going to be rooted for. So it's really good to stack up snares. The damage. I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. The Ranger's damage is almost indistinguishable between the mage. I know that's a very touchy subject for us Ranger mains and the mage mains, because all the mage mains saying, oh, we're the best damage in the game, blah, 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 blah. Buddy, you don't know what damage of it hit you in the face. Yes, you're strong, but you're not the strongest. It's almost like a 50-50 split when it comes to damage. Like, I know that with my high level gear, I can smack some fools with a snipe. I know I have really good AoE as a Ranger with my scatter shots into raining death to hell, even the like aerial leap thing that I hardly use does some damage, and all my auto attacks do a lot of damage. Like, come on. Until I test a mage up to 20, and all my peers have that I've seen them do damage, the health bar doesn't really move as much when I hit them. So when I hit them, the health bar moves a lot, you know? So it's like, what are you talking about? So don't, for people who want to know about the Ranger and Mage, just don't even like really get into that type of feud. If you're good at the class, you're good at the class, and that's all that matters currently. For PvP, right now, I can even show you a clip if I can find it. Is in one of my past streams. Let's go to VODs. Was it this one? pull this up. Exactly. I always fucking. Okay. What level are we? 19 here? I think it was the time below. So let's try this. 3. Okay, here we go. Perfect. All right, so I was calling targets. We're going against a bunch of people. Saints of Sharif, Genesis, Amnesty, Dunhold. We were fighting for this spot here, and I'm gonna show you what I did to the mage. And this is the state of PvP. You ready for this? I'm gonna slow this down for y'all. Ready? This gets the mage. Threw my Mark of the Tiger out so I can crit. Oh, you can't see it. Hold on. Hold on. I gotta move the screen around because there we go. I'm gonna replay it like 5 seconds. You ready to see this? So I rooted the two fighters. They can't move now. I'm moving on to the mage. I mark the target. 1300 damage. I did 90% his damage, his health in one shot as a ranger. Now, mind you, he is level 14 and I'm level 16, so I have 2 levels above him. So if he was around my same level, he would probably maybe be on the other mark or the another tick, the 2/4, if you want to call it that, or half, and he's dead. Literally snipe into a barrage. Dead. Mage is dead. Okay, he is a mage, right? So Swish is the level, he's a mage. He thinks he's about a level above me, and this mage is like level 15, or no, this mage is hitting a ranger. So I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go back, and we're gonna watch the mage. So the mage, lightning bolts. So this is the guy we're looking for right here, or right here. Lightning bolts hits, I think. Or he maybe missed, I don't know. Still 100% health. So he arcane blasts. So he's now around like, I don't know, 80% health. Mage is dead, mage is dead. Onto the ranger, onto the ranger. Okay, he uses a fireball. Dead. Let's back this up. Arlo, you're gonna... Like, I'm doing so much damage to this guy while the mage did nothing. Like, tell me I'm crazy. I'm just saying the ranger might have better DPS, but you determine that fact. Let me go back to get rid of that and stretch it up. So yeah, nerf rangers. So the rangers are pretty strong. Like I said, the mages are a bunch of squishy targets. The ranger can rip through that armor, no problem if you have any bit of gear. If you want to do high big number damage, play the ranger. You have a lot of stuff to your kit. Like I said, you can use vines to help people gather things up. If you have a bunch of melee targets, your tank's trying to kite, you can trap them, give them your tank some distance. You have a disengage. You have a party-wide sprint boost. How does the bear trap work? Can you throw it in a distance? You can throw it in a distance. Yes, you can. Let me pull up Ash's Codex so you can actually read what the ability does. So if we go to the character planner and go to skill tree, we'll have to go DPS, Ranger, skill tree. So the bear trap right here, spawn a trap at the target location, which arms after 1 second. When the enemy triggers the trap, they take 50% physical damage and becomes rooted. The targets hit that are snare become rooted for 3 seconds, and all snare stacks on those targets are consumed, increasing the rooted duration by 1 second per stack consumed. And then you have 3 charges of the bears, but it increases by 15% or 15 seconds. Then you have this one, bear trap becomes a thrown projectile and arms itself instantly upon landing. Does double damage when triggered. So you could be a fucking trap dude if you want. And if that's how you want to play and you're not really comfortable doing big damage, traps, easy. Like, people are not gonna be getting close to you at all. Like, throw a trap down, disengage, run away. So I guess that'll be DPS rotation. So for DPS rotation, for let's say single target, you would open up with a snipe. While you're channeling a snipe, you're gonna do Mark of the Tiger into a barrage while the Mark of the Tiger is still going, because it's an 8-second buff. Into a barrage right here. Into a lightning reload, which allows you to use an ability off cooldown instantly into another barrage, and then just auto attack. Maybe do a thundering shot, or scattering shot if it's a tankier item, or tankier mob. Brain dead rotation. You don't gotta think much. So yeah. You're gonna use medium armor. Depends on if you want to AoE. I would AoE with a longbow. If you want a single target DPS, then you use short bow. Always use two-handed swords. I think that's it. If you want to hit bigger number and not crit less, then you'd probably want to go. You want to find the strength to dexterity ratio, because strength increases your base damage while dex increases your critical strike chance and critical strike damage. So that's still in testing on where I want to land for how much dex and strength do I need per gear piece. A lot of numbers, brother. A lot of numbers. I know at I know at November 8th, I will be playing a fighter and leveling the fighter up to 20. So I'll have that knowledge as well. What would be your archetype duo if you could? As a ranger, I think rogue would be sick. Rogue would be fucking sick as with a ranger. Maybe mix them with a little more extra stealth, or maybe a little more crit damage and stuff, and just be a crit boss. If that's allowed in the game. Sadly, we don't have any archetypes just yet, but I think Ranger Rogue would be dope as fuck. Maybe even Mage, Ranger Mage, and be like a fucking throw imbued arrows besides like bleed and stuff like that. Maybe be elemental arrows instead. That'd be kind of cool. Just have like ice arrows and just be fucking Ash from League of Legends, just kite everybody. Be sick. Let's go back to the caravan video. And then MF, I will be popping up the PvP video after this video, and we'll analyze that.
you can
Yeah,
get it.
it's free craze. Yeah.
Can I actually not abandon it?
Oh, yeah, there's a PTR going on right now.
I don't think
Yeah, whatever.
You have to complete it.
right on the word.
Yeah.
After
But I thought we'll bring our crowbars.
I wonder what these guys. So they're going to Jova? Oh, they're going to Halcyon.
Crossing the river to Halcyon now.
Yeah, we're on the roads and crossing Halcyon. We are on the
Oh,
southern.
is it attacker? That I can...
We're just past the
No.
border to Halcyon.
I just
on
have PvP on, I
the
see.
southern road.
The caravan is lagging. I'm curious what the rewards look like.
Yeah, I'm never gonna run a caravan, man. That's
you
that shit
will
so
fun.
fucking slow.
It should be mentioned. This is the absolute worst caravan you can at all like run with.
No, because I summoned one as well, and just like
Is there any system you're excited to see?
trapped inside this shit. When
I'm really excited to see ship battles, bro. Like,
From the
I
base,
can,
you
like,
can use those in the caravan to speed.
I'm going to be living in the ocean. Like, I want to be a pirate. I want to have fishing. I want to be doing all that fun stuff in the ocean. I can't wait to blow up people's ships. It's going to be sick. You are a pirate. Pirate. Yeah, I am a pirate. Dude, I cannot wait. I'm going to be playing fucking, what's that band called? Pirate metal. I forget the metal band, but I'm gonna listen to them. Hailstorm. No, Hailstorm. Yeah, I want to try out the bounty hunter system so bad. That'd be fun too. I mean, yeah, Hailstorm. Thank you, Wise. Fucking love Hailstorm. I love that song Anchor. It's great. It's a great song. The bounty hunter system's gonna be fucking sick too, because like, there's a lot of like corruption players in this world, and just to be able to track them down and then take their gear because they're assholes, it's gonna be sweet victories every time. Army mech Humvees. Pallywags, thanks for the follow, man. I was a helicopter mechanic in the army. Yeah, helicopter mechanic. Shit. Ad break. Mic was muted. Thank you. You always have the mic muted. And why is my chat? Where'd it go? Okay, we're okay. Massive meltdown. I don't know what happened. Let me just pull up fucking this. Pull that over there. No more military. Creator dashboard. Stream manager. There we go. Okay, we're alive. We have recovered. This is good. I don't know why my camera tilted so far down, but I guess we're gonna take it. You blame the Pokemon. Okay, so what I was saying was, I was a helicopter mechanic in the Army. I was a 15 Tango. I was stationed at Fort Campbell, Kentucky, in 160th for about 2 years, and then I moved to PCS to Hawaii and finished up my contract in Hawaii. Yeah, that's where I went. I gotta find, or like right here, something like that. I blame the Pokemon. Man, fuck Pokemon.
You can use those in the caravan to speed it up.
Yeah.
You can probably upgrade a lot of those.
It was fun, a very fun experience.
Here to make it go faster and give it more health, more utility, more mana.
I think that's one of the reasons you want high rarity.
Sadly, like the reason why my computer crashes a bunch is because I need a new CPU. I have that stupid Intel voltage problem going on. Oh yeah, this little cat mount, dude, it's so good. I can show you exactly where to get it. Map. Okay, so you want to, so you spawn at Lionhold right here, right? Now you'll go west into Lionhold, south onto this main road, hug the mountains, and you'll see like this. Let's move the hidden caches and dungeons. Maybe. Whatever, you'll see this thing. And it's, if you go up this little mountain pass and go to this rock, they're gonna be the palace cats, and you can get that mount. I've been a mechanic for many years, that's why I asked. Okay, hell yeah, man. What type of mechanic are you? Will we be able to transfer our characters to other servers? I don't think they're going to do character transfers to other servers. I think they're going to be doing server meshing. Where if two dead servers are dead, they're going to bring them together. It's a really good mount. It's a sick ass cat mount. I like it a lot. It's pretty fast. It's faster than the base mount that you have.
Materials.
Yeah.
Still have good stuff.
Oh.
Okay, guys,
I want to give you some intel. I'm flying over Halcyon right now.
Started on semis and now I work on diesel pickups, a lot of performance stuff. Hell yeah, dude. I thought about going down the diesel mechanic route, but I decided not to do it because that is way too dirty of a job, and I don't want to be covered in grease all day. Yeah, you're staying. Yeah. I refuse. But it's a good job. The diesel mechanics, you have a lot of directions. You can work on tractors, you can work on fucking semis, like you said. Hell, work on fucking Cummins.
I don't think
I thought about working for Cummins.
I feel like a attacker.
These guys are loud.
Finish our caravan first.
You are flying.
He's gonna be
Wait,
fine.
hang on, guys.
The dude's microphone.
Which direction are we going?
Torched.
Towards Jova.
Okay,
So,
we're fine.
Are you flying?
Don't worry.
If
Oh, he have a grip. Okay.
just let us know what road they're taking effectively, and
Yeah, as well as that cat mount. Every time you jump, it'll meow, and I love that.
oh, but there's 2 paths in Jova. That's why. Into Jova.
Probably the second south one that we're on.
Yeah, they're taking the. They were just
Go
going
ahead.
over the bridge. Yeah.
The freestyle Marauder here?
I wonder what server they're on. Probably like an EU1.
Man, I did
EU1.
not expect that kind of guys here.
Who's the mayor?
You can actually...
Wolves attacking
Him?
the...
Yeah, they're
Oh.
EU. I think they're on Shoal.
Can
I'm
I try
luring
to
it
fight?
to my healers. Where are my
You
healers?
need to
So-
select yourself as defender though.
Finn is
My horse.
playing Steven.
Hoping one of my friends will hop on stream and help.
Oh, Caravan just...
Let's see how much XP we're gonna get for the level 18.
Oh my, just died. 1 hit.
Did you just die?
Yeah, 1 hit.
Wait, what did he die from? Oh, the Forsaken Marauders, dude. That thing's hurt.
Yeah, I know that one from Steel Blue.
But what he's doing here?
On me, going through.
I mean, for that much people, 1,600 is not bad, to be honest.
It is for reference. Those Forsaken guys
Flying bear.
are
Fun.
all over
Okay,
here.
jump
In the Steel Bloom
super
Citadel of Steel Bloom.
Super high too.
What is this?
I can jump surprise.
And I was just registered. Just read your message, Liam, and I appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Can you make a caravan jump super high?
No.
Don't try it.
I wonder how much his XP is getting with that many people. Let's see.
Or we can try to
He
do flying caravan.
gets 1,400 with like what? What is that? 16,
Damn it.
20 people?
Can you give it
21
a
people?
boost?
How many classes can you make?
I mean,
You
the
can
shops
make
are
a
working,
mage,
so every class
fighter,
you do
cleric,
10% caravan
bard,
effect. Imagine the bard
Ranger.
were not here, it would be 10% lower.
So that, what is
Oh
that?
my God.
6?
I think all the people that were
1, 2,
taking
3,
0x, they
that's
are
for the other caravans.
4,
for the other caravans. Yep.
You all go
5,
chase the other caravans, right? Afterwards.
6? Yeah, 6 classes.
You can try some attacking.
Do you
There
want
is
actually-
a-
Oh, and tank, 7
there is
classes.
a pop-up actually.
Assuming it deflags us properly.
Yes,
Yeah.
you will, yes.
I am
Oh, is there?
actually all four.
I think you have a total of 6 characters.
I mean, it all depends. It's all gonna depend. Yeah.
Maybe 5
If they're just three,
characters.
It's gonna be easy to catch them at least.
I took attack on all of the single one of them.
That's why nobody could heal you in the end, the Texas.
Yeah, tanks are in a really bad spot right now. I wish they had a little more mitigation or a little bit more into their kit. Well, yeah, there's 64 classes planned, but in this current alpha, there is yeah, only 7 or 6. Yeah, the cape is not textured. If you go to one of my VODs, when I hit level 20, I put all my Griffin gear on, and I'm like missing a torso because it's not textured. I'm missing arms. My legs are not textured. It's great. Hey, what's up, Ross? Welcome back, man.
A high quality one.
Everyone say hi to
It's
Ross.
easy experience, just like joining in just before it ends. I'm guessing.
When you get a good one.
I was
buy it.
wondering if making
like
ults
a
at different
one.
professions would be
I'm
the
assuming
move.
it's an event.
Well, I don't
Thanks,
remember from the experience. Other than
Is the you currently you wouldn't need that until we get like master craftsman stuff. I wouldn't worry about it because like you can get up to journeyman, I think, with all
Take the Ember Spring if you
crafting
want.
specs.
Yeah, if you haven't grabbed the Ember Spring, that's a good call.
Don't know if I've ever entered a chat before and had someone ask chat to say hi to me just specifically. Well, here no one's safe at all. We're all friends and family now.
Gear is also here. I hope that's
They smell. I'm just thinking that's a launch if I can do that. I don't want to talk to other people that smell. I mean, I feel that. Well, at launch, you're only gonna be able to go up a certain level when it comes to crafting and gathering. So you're gonna be able to do all the basic stuff like mine iron, maybe copper, zinc, all that fun stuff. But if you want to just do everything in-house, then yeah, you'd have to make alts. But I'm pretty sure they changed in the wiki where they weren't allowing alts to master crafts, so I think that decision's still up in the air. We're gonna have to see.
Disappeared from and where
All right, a caravan was very interesting. Let's go Nova Ordum versus Envious. Not that 3-minute video. Let me just go to Nova Ordum.
Yeah,
videos. Here we go. Steven, let me be a solo player without spending it on others.
Sejam bem-vindos a mais.
Oh, is this Lineker? Hold on, I gotta see what he says. What's his name?
E aí, pessoal, sejam bem-vindos a mais um vídeo. Hoje a gente tem muita coisa pra falar.
Okay, well, I can't understand what he's saying now, so I'll just
hoje
continue to play
eu tô
it.
devendo esse vídeo pra vocês já faz um bom tempo, eu sei. Já foram 2 finais de semana, né, que a gente jogou o Ashes of Creation. Toda a guilda Nova Ordem participou. A gente tá, pô, viciado, vidrado nesse jogo, em todas as coisas que a gente tá fazendo por lá. Eu esperei um pouquinho para fazer esse vídeo porque eu queria pegar um pouco mais de contexto, um pouco mais de progressão, de evolução dentro do jogo, antes de eu passar para vocês a minha visão sobre o jogo, falar para vocês sobre o que a gente tem feito, o que a guilda tem feito, como que tudo tem se desenrolado lá, até para quem não tá acompanhando as lives que eu faço lá todo dia, né, enquanto o Ash está aberto na Twitch. Também, né, obviamente, com as lives, como é um jogo que tem uma progressão bem lenta, então às vezes não é fácil todo mundo acompanhar tudo que tá acontecendo. Eu cheguei a fazer 20 horas de live seguidas nesse último final de semana, então, tipo assim, eu sei, não é fácil pra todo mundo acompanhar tudo isso. Então, esse vídeo vai ser uma mistura da minha review do Ashes of Creation, da minha opinião sobre o jogo, contar toda a história também da guilda Nova Ordem dentro do Ashes nessas últimas 2 semanas. Eu vou atualizar vocês sobre tudo que tá acontecendo, sobre as tretas, as polêmicas também que tem rolado. Esse vídeo vai servir pra gente esclarecer aí tudo em relação a isso. Eu acho que vocês já devem ter visto muitos vídeos na internet, muitas opiniões, muitas reviews, muitas coisas sobre o Ashes, principalmente quem tá interessado no jogo, quem tá acompanhando mais. Então, acho que eu não preciso falar pra vocês sobre o jogo em si. Acho que nesse ponto todo mundo tá bem familiar.
Oh, that's the CPU talking again. Where's the PvP? Someone posted it somewhere. Hold on. Let me open my Discord real quick. All right. I think it's in the Ashes chat, maybe. Community. Tank guide. No, I'll pull up Grappler's video. I love the crashes.
He's playing for momentum here.
Okay.
He's attacking.
All right, here we go. All right, how much we got here? We got 8, 16, 24, 32, 33, 34, 35. So the 35 versus whatever they got. The Chad. I just want to say, Grappler. All right, man. It was really nice seeing you, brother. I hope you come back and say hello again. We'll see you soon. I will say that Grappler took a lot of my early leveling stats, and because he came in my chat and asked me a bunch of stuff, and that's near here or there. Yeah, dude, Vyra Vyra's the server. Okay, so let's back it up here. Oh my lord. Hell yeah, bro. I'll see you guys in game. I'll be a low level fighter. Okay, so we have a mage. Autoing a mage. I don't know why the mage is up so far up. We have the tank in front as well. We have a tank to the left. Tank back here. And it looks like their clerics are also running shields, so it's going to be hard to differentiate. Oh, the yoink. And see, okay, he got heals back to heal. So we have a charge by the fighter trying to charge the back line. I respect the dominance. Then we have a... What are you? A tank? See, the issue is here that they're all grouped up where they can literally just get surrounded. So this is a bad part where to group up as well. And then look at these two schmucks here. They literally just pushed into a whole backline of people when they have zero support following them. Like if you're trying to do Zerg versus Zerg stuff, you're going to need to like do a poke and run tactic and make sure you have more people. Because like at this point, this is a resource battle. So, and people are resources. So if you deplete their resources faster than they do, you're going to win, right? I mean, it's obvious. So like if you're standing grouped up like this and they're all pushing up on you, you're going to get fucking smacked by so much AoE. Like a lot. So I'm very curious what made them clump up and try to push them, because if they're I can see if they're going to clump up and death ball into them, but they're not doing that. They also got stopped right here, excuse me. They also got stopped right here by vines and the fucking chains from cleric. They're still clumped up. They're not really making any. They haven't really decided what to do. I feel like they're not panicking, but they're being slow into the decision making. Because some of them are backing up and some of them are still getting trapped here. Why is their backline so backed up? Like, I get someone probably said retreat, but like, if not everyone's doing that, you still need to help support and push these guys back so your front line can retreat, you know? Maybe get a quick snipe on one of these guys. Okay, now the front line's pushing into them because now they're seeing their retreat and they're kind of scattered a little bit. Okay, the push. Bro, look at this. Bro, look at the gap that they had that just happened here. Either they got yoinked or they're just like, you know what, fuck it, we ball. And they just went in. That's crazy. That's crazy. He's dead. Wonder if there's a way a solo player could blow that group up by themselves. I mean, as a solo player, you can literally like pick a lot of these people off, just off to the side. Like if you pop camouflage as the ranger, I mean, obviously you can see someone camouflaged, but they're not going to have a name or a health bar above them. So you can easily go to the side, pop a snipe, maybe take someone out and then run back. You could definitely do a recon mission, or just have a fucking and like Albion where you have bomber teams. Like have a couple of rangers be a bomber team, camouflage, walk up, snipe, back the fuck up. But that when you kill 12 players, yeah, that'd be fucking sick. I think the clerics are on point to really let anyone die unless you have everyone crit at the same time for an AoE. MF, what server am I on? I'm on Vyra, Vyra. It's a US server. Read the title. All good, man. All good. Came from ESO. I played a lot of ESO. But, well, back in the day, I played back in like, oh shit, when did I play? 20. I played a little bit in 2015, and I stopped playing for a while, and then played 2019. Oh yeah, dude. Yeah. Do I not look like a gamer? Yeah, just have a little bomber squad and just fucking go in there, blow people up, get the fuck out. I'm a bard, barded up in a second choice cleric. Yeah, I'm NA 2. Hell yeah, dude. Bard's really fun. You are the mana battery of the team, where all your DPS can just blow their load and you just keep their mana up 24/7. Yeah, what did he say? Chat, clip that. This is an 18+ stream. I love this. Dude's literally editing his fucking HUD mid-fight. This guy has not a care in his world going on right now. Is this Lineker recording? Oh, it is Lineker recording. I've done that in other games. That's fucking wild to me. I'm way too focused to fucking care about my HUD at the time. I've done that in the middle of Mythic raids. Bro, you're fucking... Give me a heart attack. Why the fuck is this dude not moving? Okay, I wonder how many people they killed. I think they killed like at least 3. So they're down 3 right now. This is definitely not an even fight. It doesn't look like it. I think it's like maybe a 16 versus, what did I say? 35? Oh, bro, they're getting wrecked. Yeah, that's it. That's a GG right there. All right, that's the cleanup. Chasing back to spawn. Dog shit that biz. The disrespect. Clips, what do you mean? How dare you? Life Sight, thank you for the follow, man. Welcome to the club. I'm glad you're here, brother. We're watching this PvP battle here against Nova Ordem versus MVS, and MVS just got shit on. Bro, you better delete that right now. Can't have that on the internet. Using that for rats. Wild. Got the link copied. I'm finished. I'm cooked. Okay. Wait, did this get an easy ass yoink on this guy? They did get an easy ass yoink on him. Okay, there's the ants. DPS unload. Okay, so we have... What are these guys doing, man? Bro, if I was leading this group, like, I'm not one to flame someone in public, but fuck. Like you're making me hold my breath here before I blow up on them. Like, what are these guys doing? Like, you're so overextended. Your team is back there, and you're in a bunch of squishy classes. That might be a tank, but still, that's an easy yoink distance. This dude's dead. Easy death. Look, look at that. The dude blinks and just poof, ashes. Like, come on now. You're literally asking for it. That's wild. Oh, they're about to get 40 people. Okay. That's Nova Ordum right there. Envious is back there. Okay. They're creating ashes. Oh, he said the words. You said it. Someone clip that. Okay, so we have a bunch of people AFK or something because I don't know what's going on here. This is about to be a fucking steamroll. Let's watch it. That guy slept. Like they're not like they're panicking. They're like they're balled up and they're panicking. They're not even moving. We have these guys over here doing who knows what. I mean, I know I saw some Nova Ordum go that direction, but like there's no structure that they got going on with their comms right now. Zenith Mora, they got rolled up. Yeah, dude, straight up got rolled up on. This 4-day wait is killing me, bro. I mean, I'm sorry, but like it's been fun. Like I've been doing nothing but grinding and putting my fucking head in the sand, and it's still been a blast. I've played like 50 hours already, and that's not a lot because I'm still getting my gamer sleep. Yo, did you enjoy this weekend? Dude, I fucking love this weekend, man. It was actually playable than last weekend. One, we're not getting DDoSed as much. They have their countermeasures up, and there was like low queues. It was smooth. It was I didn't have like game breaking bugs. I may had to like relog once or twice due to like maybe a memory leak or so. But it felt like I can actually play this game and test what I want to test. You know, it was honestly like a 50% increase of playability since last week, and I even do all the fun stuff. I had one PvP match, and then I did have one PvP guy that the very last day on Sunday. It was a 2v5, and me and my buddy rolled them. Yeah, dude. I hope you everyone else will enjoy this weekend, and you guys are gonna have a lot of fun. I'll be streaming all of it, so if you have any questions, just come and ask. Okay, we have a group here, not very many, but they're backing up way too hard. Like they need to be backing up like not in unison per se, because that's a little too hard, a little too difficult, but like try to back up slowly and regroup to keep these guys alive. And if they're going to keep on pushing like that, then you need to yoink one of these guys that's in front here into your back line, where you just delete them and start chipping away at this massive group here. Like take away some of their pieces. And I don't know why they're not going for that. Okay, we have MVS, Nova Ordum. This is mostly MVS on that rock. Okay, so I think we have one Nova Ordum there. And this is the rest of the order. So this is the line right here. Okay, they're regrouping. All right. Let's see what happens here. I was just looking at the people. No one's making plays. Like this guy right here should be dead. Like someone should be sniping this man and just dropping him. Like that man. Put him on blast. I only have 2 dead, which is a cleric and a mage. Not a cleric. I don't actually know what that is. Bard? Okay, so they got one more pick off. And he got away. And they're backing up like they're smart. And they're backing up, they're regrouping. Getting their bearings, getting their friends up, it looks like. Or what? Why are these guys here? 1, 2, 3, 4. If 4 people just completely out of fucking line. Like, the fuck? Whose kids are these? Any of you guys? Are these your kids? Way out of place. No, not mine. Okay, so I wish that thing's not in the way. I can see who's pushed up. Okay, so they're pushed up now. They're grouping up. They're trying to go on the offensive. Okay, they're deathballing again, which is not a bad play. I'm never gonna say deathballing is a bad play, but like you have to do it correctly, or you have to like overwhelm them enough to make them panic to deathball correctly, and I just don't see that. There's not enough leaps. There's not enough yanks. These guys are staying cool and collective. Like besides mechanical, like PvP is a mental game. If you make your teammate your enemy panic and have like disruptive comms, that's when you really win PvP fights. Okay, they're deathballing again. They're all stuck in that vines. Good vines. Good AoEs. No, now it's still even. It's still even. So many chains. Holy shit. Okay, they've lost 1. They lost 2. Okay. They're regrouping again. They got the res up. All right, what's happening here? Oh, that's a good right here. I point at the screen, can't even see my fucking screen. Right here, bro. This is a good fucking group right here. Like no one is literally taking advantage of that. I mean, obviously they're getting pushed back, but like, come on now. Like that's a really good fucking vine. The music is even more humiliating. Yeah, dude, great. Now they're playing some circus music or something like that. Okay, they're going in. They're doing a really good job at choosing a target, Nova Ortimis, and deleting that target. They're not trying to take groups out because there's not a lot of AoE in the game. A lot of good single target damaging abilities for between the ranger and mage. And they're taking advantage of that, and they know that. And I haven't really seen Envious really do that. They've been deathballing and trying to AoE a lot. And if something's not working, then change up your strategy. Got to adapt, overcome. Okay, they got caught 2. Those guys are about to go down. 1 died. That guy's about to die soon. Okay, they disengage. This Rick guy is still dead. They're backing up. And yes, why are you pushing these guys? Like, relax, regroup, res your guys. They're way too aggressive for their strategy. See all those squishies in the back? Ugh, I wish I could been a rogue dude. I know, right? Just fucking go invisible, or I hope they have like a teleport behind target, teleport behind your target and like execute or something like that. That'd be kind of cool. Kind of like a sap. And wow. What is this Chungus doing? What is he doing? That's crazy. He's just gonna die. What? Oh my gosh. Like, it's almost a shit show. They're just wiping, dude, they're just wiping the floor with these guys, man. Like, I mean, I'm gonna keep on saying it over and over and over again, but like, these guys are actually picking out targets and nuking them down so efficiently, while Envious is struggling to get maybe one or two. They're not targeting the right people, and they're not like prioritizing targets at all. I mean, yeah, they did get run up on at the start, which is kind of hard to do because these guys had more time to prepare. But like, at this time, like your shot caller should be like, hey, prioritize the mages, prioritize the rangers, and one shot these guys. And if you see someone getting rezzed, then try to find the cleric and kill that person. Like, don't worry about the tanks. The tanks are not the problem in this. Tanks are almost useless, a useless class currently. There's not a lot of mitigation. There's not a lot of fucking health unless you fucking have a lot of gear. It's rough. Tanks are rough right now. Yeah, yo, me and my buddy are about to start playing this weekend. For starting out, since we don't know anyone else, is it a bit better to move to go double mage or mage and bard? I would say it's better move to do mage and bard, just because once you hit level 12, your bard, you as a mage or your friend as a mage will never run out of mana, like ever. There's a thing called crescendo, and anytime your bard attacks, you will gain mana. A lot of it. You will never run out of mana. And the only thing, the issue about going double mage is just the mana problem. You're gonna have to sit down a lot. Your damage is gonna be nuts, but you're not gonna have a lot of sustain for long fights. And plus, your bard friend can do off heals and stuff and keep you guys alive. Okay. No problem, man. Or two bards. Two bards pretty good, but you're not gonna have a lot of damage though. Like, you'll be able to kill everything fine, but you won't be able to do it efficiently, if that makes more sense. I mean, I may be the one playing bards, so he doesn't seem interested. Bard's really easy, dude. There's this thing called heal over hover over heals, something like that. You can literally hover over their name and buff the person by pressing the ability. It's like your mouse over macros. Migra Mos, thank you for the follow, man. Hope you're enjoying your time here. Man, I'm so excited for this game. I hope I live till the release, dude. I know, right? It's gonna have a long time till release, but it's gonna be so fun when it's out, dude. It's gonna be so fun. I cannot wait for what players are gonna do. Like, even the cool thing to think about is each server has so many possibilities. Almost any server won't be the same. Like, I remember Pirate Software talking about this, and I didn't really think about it until he said it. He's like telling his chat, and he's like, hey, like, there's so many different possibilities that this game can have an outcome, you know? Like, one person has that node, then all those other nodes around won't have areas that are unlocking eventually. And so it's each server is gonna be so different, and so people are gonna have so many different playing experiences, and that's gonna be so cool to like watch on YouTube and listen, where it's like, oh guys, I found a really good leveling spot, it's over here, and then you go over there on your server and it's like, well, I don't have that, and it's like, well, shucks, you know, then I guess you're not gonna have that leveling spot, you know. Two clerics, as far as I know, they work well with DPS mode also. Yeah, clerics are really fucking good for DPS just because they have 3 really good spells for damaging. So what am I hearing is I need to force my wife to play bard, and while my friend and I play mage. Cammy, brother, do that. Do it. For the past year, I've already decided on what archetype to play. That's how much I want to play. Which archetype you gonna be playing, man? Because that sounds kind of sounds like how I was back in the day. I was like, bro, I cannot wait to play fucking Necromancer. Like, I still can't wait to play it, but Ranger was calling my name in this playtest. What's up with this video? So it looks like they won and backed up. What's the best choices for mage combo? Are you talking about for groups? If you're gonna be a kiting group, then I would do mage, cleric, bard for 3s. Really good. You'll have mana, you'll have DPS, and you'll have heals. I've never played anything else but Rogue and Assassin playstyle in every MMO I have ever finished. And I've been playing MMO for 15 years, so probably Rogue or Summoner, Shadow Warlord. That sounds cool. Like, your Summoner side will like allow you to summon fucking like Shadow Clone Jutsus and shit. Oh, no, like electric, ice, and water, earth and water. Okay, so right now there's only fire, lightning, and ice. And so fire, obviously burn damage, fantastic. If you use ice on volatile targets, it'll be able to shatter and stuff. Hold on, I lost my chat. Here we go, we're back. Is this PTR? No, this is. What do you mean this is PTR? So the video I'm watching is not PTR. And then volatile, or if you use lightning against a frozen target, you can shatter that target. Yeah, it's YouTube. Oh no, I'm watching a video. You're good, man. And so I would probably go at the start. I would go ice and lightning. That's a really good combo. Have you seen solo leveling exactly like the protagonist is what I'm imagining? Yeah, I've seen the solo leveling. Solo leveling is fucking sick, and I cannot wait for the new season to come out. So it's a good idea for one of us to go ice and the other is lightning, so we can time each other's shatters. It would make it way easier because you can still do that as a one person. You just have to spam more abilities, but yeah, go ice and lightning. Sadly, you don't have a lot of like kit to just one path, because you're gonna cross over eventually. So maybe you guys do the lightning path and fire, while your ice guy does ice and fire. We could do both focus two elements. Yeah. So let me pull up the character planner here. Go to mage and go to skill tree. So the skill tree looks like kind of like this, or looks exactly like this. You'll start with arcane volley and elemental empowerment. This just allows your auto attacks to take whatever element you use last. So I'd be able to choose frostbolt, and I would be able to choose fucking combust if I wanted to. How it works is you need to do like 4 spells here before you can move on to the next, and then 4 spells here, or maybe 3, and then you move on to the next. So like your ice combo would be someone do a cone of cold, or a frostbolt into a cone of cold into a charged lightning strike, and that's to do a lot of damage. I wish they make rogue high APM. I hope so too, honestly. They did have to do the daggers because I think they were a little too fast. But yeah, you guys can for the mages, y'all can fucking have most of these things unlocked. So yeah. Oh wait, they're fighting again. I think. All right, they're all grouped up again. They're just like, they're not doing anything. Like Envious is straight up not doing anything. It's kind of wild. Is it another combo like fire and earth? So sadly, there's not earth in the game, or earth elemental just yet. But the good combo would be, since you only have like 4 fucking fire spells, it'd be just good to like as a filler. Like you can go firebolt, which has 3 charges, and you just do a bunch of quick bolts, and then use combust, and which conflagrates them, which hits really hard for dots. You have an AoE right here that you can buff up while you're burning. Its status is applied. Use 50% more powerful when applied to targets with shocked. So you have fire and lightning, ice and lightning. I don't think there's lightning or fire then lightning. I don't think. Yeah, like you wouldn't fucking put burning dots and then use lightning. You'd use lightning then fire. Just like you'd use ice and then lightning. I see a lot of people use mage. I heard it's also one of the hardest to use, if I'm not wrong. It's pretty difficult because like a lot of it's timed, and it's because like when they're frozen, they're only frozen for like 4 seconds. So you would only have to be able to charge this. You only use only one ability to shatter them, either a one charge lightning strike, a chain lightning, or a ball of lightning. You only have like one ability till they're not frozen anymore. So it's just a lot of timing. If I use fire on an enemy that's frozen and follow with a fire with lightning, will it still shatter? If you're, yes. So using fire on a frozen enemy won't melt the ice. If that's what you're asking. You'll be able to mix and match, or not mix and match, but you'll be able to weave those in. Fireplay, man, welcome to the fucking stream, brother. Nice to see you. Thank you for the follow, man. Welcome to the club. Cammy, okay, yeah, that was, I was asking, yeah. Mage is a little difficult. I wouldn't say it's like the hardest class in the game, but it is the, like, you kind of have to like plan things out a little bit. Kind of have to like work around your cooldowns just a tiny bit. Like Ranger, that's why I always tell people Ranger is a really easy class to learn the game with, because it's pretty self-explanatory. There's no timing to it besides positioning. Do you think that they will add new servers for the new wave of people this weekend? They might add another server. because they're already kind of full right now. I'm used to global CDs and other MMOs. Yeah. I hope they release Rogue on a separate like they said it's likely. I want to purchase Alpha. Yeah, they did say they're gonna release Rogue and stuff, but we're just gonna see, man. I mean, if you have the money to purchase the Alpha, like, might as well do it, you know. You're gonna have a free month playtime now with it. Steven mentioned they might add a new server. Will be interesting to see if they do. Yeah, I mean, I think it'd be nice because it would give, like, let's say all the new players go to that new server, then they would actually have a server that is no nodes are leveled up. They can learn the game from day one, and it's not going to be you're not being thrown in the deep end at all. If not wrong, it's not beefy in the 15 month. Well, currently, if you want to wait till the game's released, it'll just be 15 a month. If that's just, oh my god, stutter. If that's what you're saying. Oh, hey Arlo, what's up, man? Yeah, I've been streaming for an hour and a half. Archer with the Rogue would be so fun. Yeah, just having like snipes and shit would be sick. Snipes into like a backstab. I get the game now and get 2 to 3 years free of game time. Archer Summoner would be cool because then you would have like maybe a tank if you're able to summon a tank and stuff. The question is, will you go Rogue, Archer, Rogue? I think you go Archer, Rogue. Yeah. Yeah, Archer, Rogue would be fucking sick. It'd be like a, oh, what's the D&D Archer spec? Gloom? Is it Gloom? I can't remember what it's called. Gloomstalker. Yeah, that's it. I feel like Archer Rogue will play like that. I agree with Ruin Archer. Some would be the ideal for me. I like the Archer and the OG Guild Wars. Yeah, I feel like if Hunter from WoW would be the closest thing to it, where you just have a pet following you around and stuff, or an elemental pet. That'd be kind of cool. Never played WoW, but that's what I'm envisioning. Same. I mean, they did say, let's pull up the wiki real quick. That is the forums. See, I'm such a nerd. I have this on fucking bookmarks, archetypes. Not agriculture, archetypes. Okay, they were saying that your... Well, this is normal archetypes. I'm gonna go to secondary archetypes. Secondary classes would be the closest thing I want to find. Secondary archetype. Here we go. I want this. Now it's just bringing me direct to archetypes. Whatever. Let me catch up on chat here. Specifically having an archer class where you can summon a front line in front of you. But yeah, dude, it's like perfect. Like perfect recipe. And just snipe from back. Can you send me that link about the skills, please? Oh yeah. Here is the Ashes Codex. You can use that for planning. You can see where some things drop. Now, don't be alarmed that some information where it says, let's say, like, oh, it drops that, it might not be there. So just letting you guys know. Archer Rogue will be a Scout Rogue. Archer will be a Predator. Predator sounds like kind of cooler, to be honest. I think so too. Let me pull this up. Predator, yeah. I think it'd be kind of sick. But I'm trying to find where it said, well, there's, okay, here we go. Players may choose a secondary archetype when they reach level 25. The combination of primary and secondary archetypes is referred as class. The secondary archetype does not provide additional skills, which sucks. The secondary archetypes may be changed, but not on the fly, of course. The player can augment their primary skills with affect their secondary archetype. So that's where I wish they would add additional skills sometimes. And it will be what's the word I'm looking for? It won't be just linear, you know what I mean? Like where it would you only have your abilities as a ranger, and that's the only thing you get to see. If you archetype rogue into an archer, your character just turns into P. Diddy. Damn. That's hilarious. Oh, I'm gonna. Hold on, I'm gonna check if my buddy is here yet. My buddy wants to hop on stream, and it gives us someone else to talk to about things. And I think there's ad break going on right now, so I apologize, everybody. That people can't hear me. Didn't realize that you wouldn't get new skills when picking up a second archetype. That's what I was saying, man. I think it's kind of dumb where they're calling these classes and yet you're not getting second abilities. Like, I'll be fine with like 4. Like, add 4 skills. That's not that hard. Just waiting for the guys with the ads back. Don't want to say too much without them. Just gonna eat my goldfish and be happy. Snack that smiles back. Goldfish. Whenever you are free, by the way, I'm good for downloading some files. No rush. You'll be also, especially since you're live in the middle of watching stuff, depending on how big it is. It may take a bit of upload to me. Yeah, I will, after stream, I don't know how long you're going to stay up for, but after stream, I'll probably get off around, I don't know, a couple hours from now. I'll just send them your way. Yeah, I'll send them some your way. All right, 9 more seconds. All right, is everyone back? Hoping you're out of ad prison. If you guys are back, yeah, the ads are sadly every hour because allows for you guys to have ad free when coming into the stream, and allows you to jump in right into the conversation that we're talking about and stuff. So I apologize for the ads. I wish I could turn them off. I'm eating some Mickey D's. I'll be there in a bit. All right. So, okay, I'm eating goldfish. So if these guys are not getting secondary types, if they're not getting additional skills, like, what's really going to call these class a class? You know, like, I know the player can augment their primary skills. Like, is that allowing me to, let's say, with my vines as a ranger, add a dryad? It'll turn into a dryad instead. Like, if that's the case, then I get it. They're not going to add additional skills, but they're going to have to, like, make skills when you augment them, like, actually do something cool to really make it a class. Well, let's finish this video. Bro, fucking Nova Orm just memeing on these guys. It's not even funny. It's just like, look at this. They're all back here not supporting their front line at all. I mean, yeah, they're probably like healing these guys, but like, what damage are you doing? What pressure are you bringing to their front line? Like, why aren't you like maybe wrapping around and making them move and making them get into a bad spot? Like, OPR, yeah, like, do something, not just stand still, like, move. Well, everyone just stood in the heels and duked it out. Yeah, this is boring. You could completely wipe these guys if you if you move and just go towards, like, either push them on this side or push them on the right side and make them walk to this cliff here, and maybe they'll fall off the cliff or something like that. Then you'll have elevation on them, like something. Like, you doing this stalemate isn't gonna do a single thing. And I believe Envious, or not Envious, but Nova Ortem. Oh my fuck. Here we go. Like, Nova Ortem is gonna start moving this direction. Yeah, look at them. They're slowly moving, so it makes them move. Like, you're making them do what you want them to do. That's why I keep saying this is not like talking about Envious's like leadership and stuff, but like, this is why, like, people shouldn't be afraid of this guild. Yes, they have a lot of players, but they're not skilled enough to really like play chess in PvP. And I'm so glad at least a guild can extort that, because they're just standing still on this rock. And now they back up. Like, it's wild to me. It's so wild. I don't get it. Okay, my chat's back, and so I can close this window. There we go. I can close this. Oh, come on now. some of the Ashes videos we got out here. I cannot wait to get a new Celine Dion. Oh my lord, dude, it's rough. I cannot wait to get a new CPU. Oh my god. Okay, hold on. I have a fucking thing for this. Give me a second. Not gonna stream this. I'm just gonna put this in the background. It'll make my CPU literally do what I need it to do. Let me turn on window capture. Go to
the only peace I find is a future that never happened.
There we go. That's better. I hope they add some displacement abilities to allow breaking up giant standoffs like that. Something similar to the Gragas ulti in League of Legends. Warhammer Online had some classes that could do similar things that allowed for nice plays and creating opportunities. I completely agree, man. Like, right now that we don't have a lot to our kits, and it's either like if you're not one-shotting the other team's DPS, like no one's not going to go anywhere. Heals are way too strong. The bards give way too much mana. It's literally like there's no resources involved besides your life. Like that's the only thing you're dueling for is that type of resource, and it just makes no sense to me. Stop trying to nerf clerics. I'm not trying to nerf clerics. I'm saying like they need to bring every number down, or bring all the health up, and then bring all the mana that's used to use spells up. Like if you, I mean, obviously you're not gonna run out of mana when you have a bard. Or if you don't have a bard, then yeah, you're probably gonna run out of mana eventually. But like, if you have the perfect group, you don't run out of any resource, like at all. It's crazy. All right, Lucky Ghost, what you got, dog?
Ashes of Creation, I have a lot of opinions. I've spent the last 3 days, all day, every day, playing this game. Once before it actually launched the alpha, it was like a pre-alpha alpha, and all of that progress was wiped. Then 2 more days where my progress actually carried over each day. Yesterday was the first real alpha 2 day, and it was...
It's crazy.
But then today, with just 1 day of fixes under their belt, it was significantly better. Now, I was contemplating what kind of a video to make here, because you could make a rage-filled hate video and be completely justified in making that video, but you could also make a fanboy video talking about the things that you love. And my goal is for this video to be neither of those things. I just want to talk objectively about what Ashes of Creation is today, where it's really at. Is it living up to Stephen Shreve's promises? Is it worth the money that you have to pay to get into the alpha right now? And is this going to be the next Star Citizen that is perpetually unfinished? Before this video's over, I'm going to answer all those questions for you. As is common with MMOs, I'm seeing 2 types of personalities playing this game right now. You've got your toxic positivity players and you've got your negativity players, right? And so the toxic positivity players, every single time you say anything about the game that isn't positive, they're like, but it's alpha. It's alpha. They refuse to listen to any critique of the game without saying, but that's what an alpha's for.
I mean, that's fair. Like, there's a lot of players, and I know a lot of these players who say, yeah, it's just an alpha, wait. It's like, okay, yes, but you're still putting out a consumer product, and let's say your first iterations of that consumer product is just fucking dog shit. People are not going to like say, oh, the next generations are going to be way better. Just wait. And it's just like, they're not going to learn why it's a shitty product unless we have people critiquing them on what it is, you know? Like, I know they have a vision, and us as consumers, we also have a vision, but their vision is also so many visions. Their vision is to make a game that they want, but they also, we put those pieces together as well as consumers. Like, we help them find what works, because like, let's say like they want a city of clouds that we can go to with flying mounts and stuff. Okay, like a lot of people are gonna say that's a dog shit idea, and maybe it is a dog shit idea, but they're not gonna know that until people fucking test the game and actually give their opinion on it. And it bothers me a lot when people, like he's saying, toxic positivity, where, oh, it's just an alpha, give it time. And it's like, yes, but I'm also a consumer and I am upset about something, and I'm letting you know I'm upset about this. Hopefully you can fix it or remedy it in some form of fashion. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but an alpha is also for giving feedback. And so in this video, I'm going to give feedback. So let's talk about what Ashes of Creation is right now. And I'm going to start off with, is it worth the price tag to get into the alpha, right? I think they're selling keys right now for something like $125. And the answer is definitively no. It is not worth $125 for most people. This game is unfinished. It's buggy.
Yeah, just got to be realistic. Exactly. Like, no fantasies, just be realistic. Black and white. That's how this should be, you know? And his thing about this key, is it worth buying the $125? I will agree with him. Yeah, it's not worth it, but if you have the money to do it, why not? You know, it's you'll get all the alphas, all the betas. If you want to be a competitor in some kind, or you just want a new thing to play, then sure, yeah, buy it. But like, if you're expecting like, oh, this is going to be the best game I'm going to play ever, right off the bat, you're sadly mistaken. Don't buy the game. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I spent $500 in the game just to play the Alpha 1 when this game was like worse than what we had right now. Obviously that wasn't worth it, but I don't care. I see a lot of people excusing the graphics because of the alpha, which sure, it'll improve, but the main reason the graphics are more simple is because the scale that is planned for the game. Don't expect the game to look 3 times better by release. Exactly. Like, what you see is pretty much it. They can soften the edges. They can maybe improve the ground textures. They can optimize the game, making it pretty good looking, but like, it's not going to be night and day different, you know? Like, this is the floor plan, you know? You only can go so far from the floor plan. Exactly what you said, Graham. Yeah.
The level cap's 25. The questing experience is incredibly lacking right now. I mean, it's sort of there, but there's literal...
Like, another analogy, you have a house. You're not going to add fucking extensions to it until it's a mansion. That's just dumb. Like, they're not going to be doing that.
AI voice acting as placeholders for the quests, or at least I'm assuming they're placeholders. They're really rough, and the questing system right now is super janky.
Super janky.
In fact, most of the game is super janky. It is not a $125 game right now. In fact, I can't really think of a single game that is a $125 game, right? So it's easy to say, no, this is not worth the money to get into it. It's also not worth $60 right now, and it's definitely not worth $30.
Hey, nice microphone, bro.
It's just not close enough to being finished to justify charging someone for this experience. I think most players are going to get in and play it for a weekend, maybe 2, and bounce off of it. Now, like I said, that's true for most players. There is definitely an audience for this game. If you liked Lineage, if you liked Arcade, a lot of what was great about those games is here, and I can see it. It's not all functioning the way that it needs to, and it's certainly not functioning.
Yeah, like, I never played Lineage, but I played like a private server of Lineage. like just recently, like I say recently, but it's like 2 years ago. The game's rough. I mean, the way to progress is to kill mobs, but they also have a questing system a little bit. But like that was the game, you know. Like Throne and Liberty was supposed to be Lineage 3, but they made it more new and friendly to the MMO genre, where it took like fucking half a year to get max level. That's why they had a bunch of AFK systems in the game. Obviously we're not going to have the AFK systems in the game, so this is going to be a little more lenient when it comes to leveling and stuff. But like, questing is not going to be the only way to level up. You're going to have to grind mobs. You're going to have to fucking kill things to get drops for crafted gear, or just get drops flat out, and that's good enough for you. That's good enough for you. You know, this game is going to be grindy, and if you don't like grindy games, then sorry, the game's not for you. And which, I mean, it's okay. I mean, just like Rocket League, that game's not for me. I'm 28, but I got boomer hands. Check disc. All right, I'm gonna give him a call real quick. What up?
What up?
Let me swap to my podcast.
So you're gonna use video again?
Yeah. Can we use the same room, or is that gone?
I think that probably deletes, but I'm not sure.
Activate. Gotta move myself now.
Keep yourself huge in the middle of the screen. like a boss.
There we go. That's good enough. And then disc. Do we have a video at all recent in our DMs?
A video?
Video room. Join. How do I Video Ninja reload? Just do Video Ninja. Leave. Great room. My room. Enter, what was it? Load previous session. Copy link. Send. All right, let's see if you pop up.
Yeah.
Weird.
Probably have to give it a minute.
OBS.
God. The website makes my camera look so shitty.
Oh God. Mute.
Yeah.
Undeafen, deafen. Where's your mute? Mute. There you are. We good? Talk.
Are we?
Yep.
Hello? Hello?
We're good.
Testing.
We're chilling now. Okay. Back to it. Let me make myself a little bit smaller. There we go. All right. Let's see here. We'll go to... We'll pull up some questions.
God, do you ever get that where like you're like right on the cusp of a sneeze, but then it just like won't come out?
Just goes away.
Yep.
I fucking hate it, dude. It pisses me off every time, honestly. Okay. So I had some questions. I mean, we're not going to do this super formal and stuff, but like class and build preferences, node system and world progression, PvP and guild interactions, crafting, dynamic events, you know, all that fun stuff. I mean, we can start off the first question for you. You know, what class are you planning to main on the Ashes of Creation?
Oh, you already know, baby. It's a cleric.
Hey, the cleric. What made you, what drove you to that conclusion?
Honestly, looking at the secondary archetypes, in MMOs, I'm always either tank or a healer. Usually more so a tank, which is interesting why I didn't choose tank. But for some reason, looking at the cleric showcase, I think it was like way a long time ago. And the secondary archetypes, like for example, my initial thought was to combine a cleric with a tank and make like a paladin Templar type build. I thought that sounded cool as fuck because I've always been just a paladin fanboy. But yeah, pretty much just that. And so I was like, well, I don't have secondary archetypes right now, so I might as well play the primary archetype, which is cleric, and then been playing that and actually really enjoying it. So I was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna be a full healer, and I'm happy with that choice, at least so far, until we get secondary archetypes and see what else is out there.
Yeah, I'm having a fucking identity crisis. Like, I really wanted to play summoner, not summoner, but I really want to play like a cleric summoner, which would be necromancer essentially. But like, I just don't know how it's gonna feel, and so that's why I'm playing ranger right now. I'm loving the ranger now, and then when I play fighter, I love the fucking fighter. So it's like I don't know what class to play, and I'm really struggling over here.
But see, that just goes to tell you that they're doing something right with the classes, that they all feel good. I feel the same way about mage. Like, honestly, I was having a fucking blast just blasting with the mage.
Yeah, dude, it's been rough. Why is my... Hold on. My fucking video was like way the fuck off to the side. Weird. Hold on. Almost. There we go. Perfect. Okay. Yeah, like, I mean, the only my problem with the mage is just like, it's good, but like, I wasn't like, it didn't put me in that like state of, this feels really good, I want to continue playing this game or playing this class. But I don't know, I was hitting like a effort wall.
Let's be real, you're salty that mage is better DPS.
No, it's not, dude. Like, I'm telling you right now, like I'm gonna be completely honest, it is way too close of a damage difference that mages and rangers, I can't tell who out DPS is who. And the only thing I only know ranger out DPS is mage just by a little bit is because the single target that I do is disgusting. Like, I was looking at the PvP battle, and this is no, you know, a swish diss, but he was claiming that he half health this man. He hit like he did 75% of his the ranger's health while I one shot their mage, and I was only 2 levels above them at the time, the mage. And then when I went out to the ranger afterwards, I did 1 barrage, and his health was like almost gone.
But at the same time, I mean, who knows if the ranger got a heal or not in between that? But with the chunked health bar system, he could have been at like 60% and it was showing him at 75. Like, we don't know at what point does the bubbles show only 2 bubbles to indicate 50%, or so like I don't know.
I mean, it's fair.
It's hard to say.
I know that for the mage that I shot, obviously we all know mages are squishy. I did 1300 damage crit to him, and he had 1 little bubble left. And then I did maybe 2 shots of my barrage, and then he died.
What level was he?
He was 14. I was 16.
So at 14, he probably only had like, if he did 1300 damage. Well, did he have his ice barrier on?
No.
Okay, well, if he probably only had like 1500 health left. He was probably knocking on death's door at that point.
Yeah,
you just can't tell because it looks like he has 25% health left.
Yeah, I know. I mean, like I said, I did like a little bit of damage with my barrage, and he just died straight up. And I was like, okay, like I do deeps for single target. And when we were doing the AoE grinds, like we didn't have a mage in our group, and we were nuking things. Obviously we had 2 fighters, but like I was doing so much damage with my AoE with the scatter shots, with the lightning shot. Like, I think it's still too close to tell who out DPS is what. And I don't think we're going to know for sure until I'm level 25 and I make a mage and that gets level 25. Then I can actually see the data right in front of my face instead of just going off someone's word.
Right. And like, I mean, I'll be honest, I haven't been paying close enough attention to see if, who's really doing, the most damage when we do our AoE grinds, because we're just grinding and it doesn't matter really as long as things die.
Mm-hmm.
But looking at the mage tree, that little bit that I have since, getting to level 7 and thinking about what Swish is doing, like he takes that enchant weapon so he can enchant somebody else's gear. That's a great utility, but it's not a wise spend of a point if you're looking for DPS for yourself, in my opinion.
Yeah.
The just, imbuing another person's weapon with that element, again, good for, group utility and whatever, but not good for an individual DPS pick. But I mean, the amount of synergy in that is like freaking insane. Like, I mean, just getting a frozen target and then dropping a lightning on them at level 7, I'm doing like 500 damage on one of those. Like, it's insane.
Yeah.
Granted, I have a good sword, but that's literally it.
Mm-hmm. I mean, yeah, you're doing doing a lot of damage. I mean, I don't think at level 7 a ranger can even do that much damage that low level, and that's why I keep on telling my viewers that that ranger has a lot of ramp, and they need that ramp. They are supported by gear just like tanks. Mage doesn't really need that gear. It just will be nice to have that gear for the lower levels, that is. I don't know. Like I said, I never really seen a mage at like level 25 yet. I've seen a couple Crix videos, but I still wasn't impressed. I think he presses the wrong buttons, but that's my personal opinion.
Well, so it seems to me then that certain classes scale better with gear than other classes. So, for example, a mage is going to scale a lot better with gear than a ranger does, just because maybe it's just the nature of the abilities. Just like, for example, shatter. When you shatter something, it's like a 300% bonus in damage when you cast lightning on afterwards. I don't know what ranger's abilities look like, but is there any like just massive hard hitting things like that in the ranger tree? Because again, that tells me then when you start throwing on, because that, if for anybody that doesn't know, when it says 300%, it's 300% of your magical power rating, or physical if you're a fighter. But when you start adding gear onto that and you start building that magical power, it's just going to exponentially increase from there, because obviously 300% of 100 is going to be a lot less than 300% of 200. It's such an exponential increase.
Yeah. Well, our snipe for ranger, it does 400% physical damage, and when you're at 20 yards or 20 meters, whatever the distance is, it increases your critical chance rate by 25%. You put a mark of a tiger on them, that's another 35%, and then there was another one that gives you another crit. Oh yeah, the hunt of the tiger gives you another flat critical percent. So like I'm critting 90, almost 80% of the time with snipe, and like when I was at level 20 before the playtest dropped, I had the Briarholm stuff, like the Tumok stuff. I was critting for like 2,500 damage. Like,
Jesus,
it's disgusting, and that's one ability. And while that 8 seconds is going, I can barrage, hit up to another 1,000, no problem. Headshot for 1,500, reload, headshot for another 1,500. No one's surviving that ever. And that's like the perfect world though. Like that's all, like they all have to be crits. If I'm gonna hit that high. But like I said, like rangers are just like strong, and I know I am a little biased, but like it does tick me off a little bit where it's like, oh, rangers suck. And I'm like, bro, do you even play the game? Do you even look at other classes at all? Like, get off your high horse and fucking come fight me. Like I even, like last night, I almost one shot fucking World as a bard, and he almost killed me, but because I stopped attacking for a while and he put me asleep, and then I didn't realize that bards can silence people too. I couldn't use abilities for like 5 seconds, and I was just like panicking.
Yeah.
But like if you're a squishy class, like the only classes that are not going to get one shot by a ranger is probably tank. And if you're building a tankier fighter, then fighter as well.
Yeah.
All our classes are just dust in my eyes. Ashes even.
Well, yeah, it's so hard to say because like it seems like the two classes would be fairly even, and then as far as their performance goes, because so with ranger, you'll have some things that you have to do beforehand to really set yourself up for kind of the best case scenario in putting your debuffs on the target, buffing yourself before actually you blow your load, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
Mage is kind of the same thing with at least Shatter if you're running that build, where you need to apply it chilled in some way, shape, or form. You then need to apply frozen in some way, shape, or form. Then you can drop your lightning and get that shatter effect. So there is still a little bit of prep involved, similar to a ranger dropping your mark of the tiger, or if you're doing your mark of the raven, or whatever the case may be.
Yeah, it's really shitty for mages because like you only have a 4-second window to drop a big damaging ability to shatter. We don't. We have 8 seconds, and I can put a mark on somebody while I'm in the middle of a snipe, like while I'm casting snipe. I can put that on. Mages don't. They have to, like, you have to be so considerate to your cooldowns, and if you don't have like a solid rotation going, you're not going to do as much DPS as a mage. And I tell a lot of my viewers, like, if you're wanting to learn the game and learn how the game kind of flows, ranger's a solid pick to learn. The rotation's brain dead is, to me, is probably the easiest class out of all of them. So here's my,
yeah, I mean, it is kind of shitty because, like, yeah, you have a 4-second window while the target's frozen, and I'm pretty sure lightning strike is like a 3-second cast. So like if you're not casting it immediately after you freeze something, you're kind of boned.
Yeah. And I was talking to some of my viewers earlier today. We're looking at the mage abilities and stuff. And I really didn't see much besides like lighting or fire hitting a volatile target. You really don't have many options to like wombo something. Like you have shatter, and maybe do the let me pull up the Ashes Codex. I forget exactly what it said. Character planner, mage, skill tree. It is fuse. So your applied burning statuses are 50% more powerful when applied to targets with shocked. So you would, I'm guessing, lightning strike into a magna field, because that's an upgrade from the magna field fuses. And your burns are doing a little more damage, and then you would probably conflag that as afterwards, and maybe that will.
Well, look at ball lightning real quick, or just chain lightning.
Okay, ball lightning.
Does ball lightning apply shocked to people that it hits?
It does.
Like volatile, no.
Volatile, and then chain lightning. Chain lightning does shocked.
Okay, so then
With
to
volatile.
me, that's like your AOE combo. Then you chain lightning to get a bunch of mobs the shock status, then you drop magma on top of it, because magma is, or molten, whatever it's called, is also an AOE. So then you have these like two pretty good AOE abilities, followed up by putting a pretty nasty burning dot on all of them. But I don't know if mage has any way of turning burning into conflagrate on multiple targets.
I don't think so. I mean, you have combust on a single target.
Right.
And I guess Pyromania would be the closest to it, but it's not conflagrate. Magma Field casts faster and ticks 2 additional times, requires 10. But the combo would be Ball of Lightning, because you have to get the volatile first to apply the shock. That's what Chain Lightning says. And applies so Chain Lightning
shock to each target with volatile. Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. So Ball Lightning into a Chain Lightning into a Magna Field, and maybe you're standing in your arcane circle and you're doing disgusting damage. Is it that strong? Gain 130% increased magical power? That can't be right.
Gosh.
That's not right, right?
What do you mean?
Is that is that what it is? I thought it was like 30% in the game.
Well, that's what 130%, I guess, would be, right? Because if you're getting 100% of your magical power, that's your full amount of magical power, but then you're tacking on an additional 30% on top of it. So I think when they're calculating it like that, they're not saying it's going to be,
additional
2 times more plus 30%. Yeah. I think it's like a straight 30%, but I could be wrong. I don't know.
But if that's the case, though,
increase.
That's disgusting.
How long does it last for? And it's a 90-second cooldown, so it might be actual 130% then, because it says gain 130% increased. That's always confused me. Like, if you're doubling something, is that 100% or is that 200%?
Doubling would be 100%.
Well, but I guess it depends on how you look at it. Like, if you get 120% of your XP gained, that to me that's an additional 20%. But if you're increasing your XP by 120%, to me that's doubling it and then tacking on 20% on top of that even.
So
but honestly, I don't know.
In games, so I was told that 50% is you're adding half your damage, right? 100% is your full damage. So essentially that would be double your damage. If you, like, let's say this thing increases your damage by 100%, like, and you hit for 1,000, you're gonna probably be hitting for 2,000. They might have diminishing returns, but who cares about that right now? But 200%, you're hitting for 3,000 damage. So you're just adding on another layer of what you're hitting. You're supposed to be hitting. Pockets art. So the Bard evasion dance is it changed the evasion rate of our Bard from 4% to 49%. We thought it would have increased the evasion 45% of the 4%, but no, it was the full 45%. Damn.
Okay, let me read that again. So the Bard evasion dance, it changed the evasion rate of our Bard from 4% to 49%. We thought it would have increased the evasion 45% of the 4%, but it added. So it's additive, not multiplicative. He had 4% natural when he used the skill. His evasion went to 49.
That's a lot of
So
evasion,
to me,
though.
it's just increasing it by 45% or adding 45% evasion. Yeah, it's supposed to add plus 45%. So on top of your 49, that makes sense.
Okay. So
see, here's the problem. Go to the fighter tree real quick and look at Slam. Me and Worldwide, remember I had told you I had this debate with Worldwide about
Cataclysm or MAME?
No, Slam.
Slam. I don't think.
Or what's it called? I think it's
Tank?
called Slam. I thought it was called Slam.
Well, you have Cataclysm, which you slam on the ground, but you also have
No.
MAME. Is it tank?
No. It's fighter. No,
Yeah.
it's fuck. What's it called? It's the one ability where you use it, and the more momentum it consumes, the more damage it does. It's a single target attack.
Wallop.
I think. Yeah, there you go. Thank you, Wallop. So look at Wallop and read what it says.
Spend 40% of your current combat momentum to deal 150% physical damage plus an additional damage depending on how much combat momentum was spent, up to a maximum of total 150% physical damage. So what it's saying is if you have, let's say you have 100% combat momentum and you use one wallop, it would be 40% of your combat momentum. So this is telling me you're doing an additional 150%. So in total, it'll be 300%.
See, that's what I thought too, but it's not.
It's not.
It's up to a max. No, it's up to a maximum of 150% physical damage. Me and Worldwide tested this because we argued it. We argued about the wording and how they worded it. Because to me, it said, I thought the same thing. So it says spend 40% of your current combat momentum to deal 150% physical damage.
Correct.
And then plus additional damage depending on how much combat momentum was spent, up to a maximum total of 150% damage. And so to me that said, yeah, it's going to be a combined total of 300%, but it's not. It's like it does it. I don't know. I don't remember. I'd have to ask Worldwide how we figured it out. But basically he tested with 0 combat momentum, with like 20 combat momentum, and then with 40 combat momentum, because it's out of 100, right? So 40% of 100 is 40 combat momentum. That's the maximum that you can spend. But like I said, I don't remember exactly how we figured it out, but he hit the target with like 0, and then he hit the target with 40, the full amount you can hit. Then we looked at the damage, same target, same level. We looked at the damage he did with no or like very little 20 combat momentum versus 40, and it was about 150% increase, but it wasn't a 300% increase, if that makes sense.
So why are they saying it's additional damage? Like, then they should take that out completely and just says spend 40% or spend up to 40% of your current combat momentum to deal 150% extra damage. Like that would word since y'all did the math.
I wonder if they changed the wording of this. Spend 40% of current combat momentum to deal 150% physical damage, plus additional damage depending on how much combat momentum was spent, up to a maximum total of 150% damage.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's another ability that he took instead of Wallet because he said it was better. And that's what started the argument in the first place. Was it MAME?
MAME's pretty good when they're tripped. It does 20% extra damage, but this hits an additional target or hits them additionally as well.
Look at the abilities. Look at the abilities again, kind of around there. I want to see.
So you have
other options.
I was testing Rupture, and I really couldn't get a good clear what it's happening because it says I was trying to figure out, do I stack wounded first or do I let it stack the wounded when there's no wounded, if that makes sense. Hold on. Pockets Art pre-alpha 2, there was a ton of language issues in their tooltips. I think anything you'll find in here aren't correct. You should put into the bugs where they need to be fixed with their wording on tooltip and ensure that they are correct. Okay. Yeah, because I know this is a data mined website, and I keep telling people like a lot of this stuff is old or not in the game yet, and you should take this as a grain of salt. I was hoping maybe it's on their wiki. Let's try the wiki real quick. Fighter. Maybe the wiki's updated.
I want to say it was MAME is the other thing that he took because it was ended up being more damage.
Okay, so we have Wallop. No, listen, this is spend 40% of current momentum, deal with everything damage plus additional damage depending on how much combat movement spent. So that one says the same thing too.
Up to a maximum of 150 damage. But that's the thing is it's not a maximum of 150% bonus damage. It's just up to a maximum of 150%. So it's basically like between 0 and 40 combat momentum. That's the most you can spend, but the most you're going to gain is 150%.
Yeah.
Damage.
That's how it should read, if that's the case.
Right.
I took my info from the wiki, but that's also community led, and it's hard for them to decipher what it's supposed to be. I've gotten things changed on the wiki as well because I found changes. Yeah, I mean, I think we're finding into another one right here where it's reading this way, but it should read this way. And that's, I mean, obviously that's a, you know, they should fix the tooltip, but like that could mislead a lot of people. I mean, it misled me. You know, I thought it was a total 300%. Like that's fucking things cracked because I'm using so much momentum that I've stored up just to use this ability. And if I'm not hitting 300%, then why the hell should I even use it? Like there's so many different abilities to use. I need you to use the restroom real quick. So 1 second.
Okay. Leave that page up because I want to read the abilities because I think maybe it was lethal blow. 125% physical damage to target enemy plus additional damage based on the target's missing health, up to a maximum of 125% physical damage. Chance to critically hit increased by 50% again. Please. Man, I don't remember what ability it was. So it wasn't MAME, I don't think. Maybe it was MAME because MAME is like 250% physical damage. I don't know. All I remember is I thought I was very much right in combining the two, and I was wrong. Unless they have some fucky math on their end, which I'm not surprised if they do, but...
I'm back.
And you're certain that it's fighter because you said slam, and that's... No, because I'm thinking of... When I said slam, I was thinking of the warrior ability from fucking World of Warcraft. And that's what was stuck in my head. And Wallop to me is like a very similar ability, but it's whatever. But yeah, it was 100% Wallop. But see, the thing that bugs me is I get that they are trying to obscure stats a little bit so that people don't like tear them apart and math it out and figure out exactly, you know, kind of what they're doing. I think that's intentional. But then the problem is, and man, I was in the same boat as this when New World came out and we were playing the betas for New World and release, trying to figure out what they meant when they said percentages for their stats. Like they'd say like something like for healers, for example, increased healing by 25. And if they're standing in this zone, then it's additional 30%. And we had to figure out, was that multiplicative or was that additive? You know, like order of operations, grade school math kind of shit, and figure out what it was they meant.
Let me catch up on chat here real quick. Graham, so the way I read Wallop, you spend 40% of your momentum to do 150% damage of your normal attack. Then it adds additional damage depending on how much momentum spent. Like if you spent 40, it would add additional 60 damage on top of the 150% attack damage. Okay. I mean, I can definitely see that.
Which I think is the correct way of looking at it.
Yeah. I may be able to check the math directly depending on if they calculate it server or client side. Well, what did we learn when we were trying to do our thingy-majig? Is damage damage is server side typically, or should be.
Yeah. Well, Yes, because trying to think now, I think how to think about it is like backwards. Like, yes, you're the one that's dealing the damage, and the damage is dictated by your stats, but the server has to check to see like what it is that you're doing versus what the creature is doing, which is held on the client side. So like what the creature's armor physical mitigation is, what the creature's magical mitigation is, and then combine that to figure out what the end result is.
They may calculate client side, then verify it server side. Probably. That sounds a little bit more right or easier on them. The other.
See, as we were talking about it, though, it is still like weird how much stuff they do have client side, which is, you know, how they are able to get a lot of this data mine stuff is because it came from the client game files.
Yeah. I mean, it's a big game, so it's like they can't have everything on their servers, you know? Well, MAME, I know a lot of fibers use MAME because it's very strong. I mean, it's 250% damage, 270 technically, if you hit a recently tripped target.
Well, and I think that's what World was saying, because MAME just does more damage than Wallop. Like to a single target, it's going to do 250% damage instead of 150% damage. But also, you don't have to spend your combat momentum. You get to keep your combat momentum up, which is good for you as a fighter, because then it gives you, what I guess more bonuses depending on which form you're in, if I remember correctly. So there's a reason for having your combat and wanting to keep your combat momentum high. I don't remember what it is though, because I'm not a fighter main. But
well, right
there
here.
is a reason for it.
While in this form, the caster receives 4% disable resistance chance per 10% 10 combat momentum up to a maximum 40%. Overpower and brutal cleave applies shaken to target's hit, shifting from cost 20%. You don't care about that part. Form of celerity. While in this form, the caster receives 2% movement speed per 10 combat momentum up to 20%. So you get a bonus 20% movement speed.
Yeah, it's not. What's the first one you get? What's the first form you get? You just get it with your class.
Form of ferocity.
Yeah, what's that one say?
Attack speed.
Yeah, so you keep your combat momentum high. You just have like a permanent uptime on your attack speed. So it's like almost behooves a fighter not to use their combat momentum and to keep it high, so they can keep that bonus as high as as high as you can for as long as you can.
Yeah, I mean,
especially when you have abilities that don't do like more damage than other abilities that don't use combat momentum. It's just weird.
I mean, if you have Art of War, you're not using momentum at that point. Wallop is like the only spender that I know of. This is another spender, lunging assault. Suspend it all. That doesn't spend. That doesn't spend. Then besides Berserk, because it says consume your combat momentum rapidly, gaining 30% more physical power, movement speed, and immunity, disabling effects while active. Must have at least 20. So besides switching your forms, which they won't if you get Art of War and Berserk, like you have no other spender.
Right. And Pox just said something that intuitively you would think is correct, right? You have a class that has a builder, you want to have a spender, right? That's just how a lot of classes intuitively work. Builder, spender, builder, spender, builder, spender. But, in this case, fighter doesn't really have any abilities that are spenders that would actually increase their damage over abilities that are not spenders, with the exception of Berserk. So I can see literally just only using Berserk as your spender just to, do that 20% increased burst damage.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty straightforward. Like, it's kind of cracked where, like, if you're able to stance a little bit, where let's say you blow your load and you pop fucking Form of Fluidity, like now you have disable resistance. If they're running away, pop into fucking Form of Celerity, chase them fucking down. And if they're way too fucking fast, pop Berserk and hopefully you catch them. This reminds me of, I'm pretty sure Warriors stanced in WoW for PvP a lot.
Oh, I mean, they did it in PvE as well, but yeah. Especially Prot Warriors.
Good morning, Kruda. Welcome to the stream, brother. Hope you're doing well.
Morning.
Yeah, right. He's one of them EU fellers.
Oh.
Probably. Or he's just a fucked up sleep schedule. One of the two.
Overall, I think they did a really good job with the classes. I
Yeah.
think they all seem and feel really good. Obviously, there's some tweaks that need to be made, but that's a good thing in my opinion.
Yeah. I just forgot to tell these guys. Ads happening right now. Get 3 minutes of ads. We'll chill out, hang out while that's going on. You're not gonna be missing much. I need like an ads button, like fucking no force of habit midnights for many years. Hell yeah. Pirate Software. He has a fucking like ad overlay saying "fuck you, Jeff Bezos."
Oh, really?
Yeah. When the ads breaks happen, which sucks.
Did
because
you watch?
Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, you're good.
Did you watch the thing that whoever it was, Harlow, put in the Ashes chat for what happened that day that the RP was happening with Steven when that Royer killed him and took all his loot?
No.
You didn't? So you remember when we were doing the Carfin farm, right? And we got all those system messages about like you've stolen something, you're a thief, and devoured by flame and all that kind of shit.
Yeah.
So what had happened was Steven was in, I think he was in, what node was he in? Had to have been like Mirleth or Winstead, but he was in the node and he's corrupted. And Royer, I don't know how this was organized, if they did it on purpose.
Are you heading out, Kruda, right now? Sorry. Are you heading to work right now, Kruda? Not anymore, just Ashes. That's fair. I mean, if I think what you're saying is you're not having midnights anymore because of Ashes. Continue what you're saying.
So Royer was in the node and Steven showed up and was red flagged because he was corrupted, and Royer was in a party with like 3 clerics, and he just like jumped on Steven and they all started like beating Steven and they killed him, and he looted his body and got like 3 or 4 legendary pieces. So he got like a legendary wand from Carfin, a legendary what was the other thing? A legendary like mace or a scepter from Carfin is like healing stuff. Maybe a piece of like gloves or something like that. And so he had these legendary pieces that he showed on stream, and they were like insanely powerful level 20 items. So like, for example, this wand, level 21, legendary quality from Carfin, like 557 magical power, plus like an additional like 60 or something like that magical healing critical power.
Jesus.
Critical chance, intelligence. It was fucking nuts. Like insane. Level 20 gear, mind you. And so some of the screenshots have been posted in our item database. You can go out and look at them, the legendary Carfin pieces. But then Steven like teleported Royer to like the top of Carfin Tower, where it's just the 2 of them. And he made Royer trade Steven and give him the stuff back. And then Steven like one-shot him and then sent him to the bottom of the tower.
That's so funny.
You should watch the video if you haven't seen it.
Yeah, I'll definitely watch it. We need to farm the fuck out of Carfin.
Oh,
yeah, we do. 100% we do.
That shit was insane.
I would love for you guys to get your caster gear, and I gotta figure out where the fuck like good physical gear drops from. Because there's not really many armor pieces that I know of that are drop for physical for like boss gear related. I have no idea. I mean, I have a pretty good set right now. I'm pretty much all green Griffin set right now. I just need blues for upgrades. Must be nice. I need a better weapon. I need a better bow. So fucking bad.
That's such a shame. Like that, literally like, everything else can just drop from mobs that you know about, but bows just like don't drop. That's so fucking whack. I don't get that.
It's almost non-existent. Like I see two-hand swords the most. And
exactly, yeah.
Wands kind of, books, yes. I've seen maybe one-handed sword ever. Scepters I see sometimes. No bows.
I think they're all pretty prevalent. Yeah, prevalent. You know, except for one-handed swords you don't see a whole heck of a lot of. I have seen both variants. And shields is another one you don't really see often unless you're like specifically targeting that shield from Knuckles and Highwayman Hills. Like other than that, I feel like you just don't see them.
True. I don't know. Maybe we have to find that shit.
Unless we're missing where they actually drop from. I don't know.
I would like to sit and farm like certain locations for like at least like when we get like phase 2, for instance, like choose a day and just farm that location for like hours and just see like what it could drop for those bosses, because like they have a chance to drop their blue rated stuff, and we saw it when we we're farming what's that place called, Oakenbane, the Alpha Wolf. He dropped his fucking blue helmet.
They even have a chance to drop heroics. I got that ring, so like we know that it can drop in increasing rarities.
Yeah. Oh yeah. What was I gonna do? Oh yeah. You play that. Someone fucking ripped this from one of my streams. I gotta find it. Find order. Oh yeah, here it is.
Oh.
It's so funny. Since we're on the old question, or for class and build preferences, this is mostly for a question for rangers and stuff, but who's testing different builds here? Like what pros and cons do you have about those different builds? I mean, I know you don't really play much ranger at all, zombie, but I was curious what other people had in store for ranger. I missed Harlow's question. Wonder what boss we started a fight in the tower would have dropped. Oh yeah, that
I know.
Professor something or other.
I thought he was like the caretaker or
something like that.
Crusted Caretaker, I think is what his name was.
Crusted Caretaker.
Or Crusted Curator.
Curator, yes, Curator. Did he say crusted? Was it?
I think
crusted?
That's what it was. I think it was like, he was a thaumaturge type, but I think his name was like Crusted Curator, or Crusted Curator, or no, Crushed. It was Crushed Curator.
Crusted.
That's what it was.
Let's see.
That's close.
Map. Let's go to general, get the bosses away. Scroll in the Carfin. Ash and Haunt War Maid's pathing. I don't think it's gonna pop its animated armors. Your guys were over here. I don't know why this is true. This is where you get the Ash and Haunt gear at. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna tell. You guys are over here.
Yeah, I don't even remember where we were.
Crushed Monocle?
What?
Oh, I typed in crushed.
Oh. Yeah, that bugs me too. I wish we would have killed him. But that was just such a shitty place to fight. Goddamn staircase.
How do you spell curator? C-U-R?
C-U-R-A-T-O-R.
Curator's index pages. Using recipes that has nothing on it. I don't know.
Yeah.
Because I don't think it's gonna pop up this way. Because I have some mobs saying true, and I don't know what that means.
Well, you have the elites filter out. He'd be an elite.
That's true. True. They're all just fucking trues.
Was that?
Oh. NPC drooling drawer.
Oh, NPC drooling drawer.
Zombie scholar crush curator.
Yeah, I was right.
Respawn time 780 seconds to 1,020 seconds. So zombie scholar. I don't think I can look it up. Rip. Okay.
Well, what happens if you click the little link icon or the little link thing next to his name on the map?
What link?
Get rid of that thing.
It won't let me.
Drop down menu. It's behind it. Oh. RIP.
Just have to refresh. Elite. Weary constructor.
Oh. Wait, so is there a bunch of bosses in there?
I think so. He was like,
I think he's in that middle. Yeah, somewhere in there, I thought. You gotta zoom in a little bit more.
as far as I can go.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Rip.
Terminated Invoker. Order chest.
Oh. Oh.
Somebody's hushed librarian. So I click him.
Move
Where's
the bosses? Uncheck the bosses thing.
Bosses
See if that helps
unchecked.
you. I think you had that unchecked before.
I'm not getting it anymore for some reason.
Huh.
Oh. Nope. Well, we can do this hushed librarian.
Yeah. Try that.
It's just shared copy link to clipboard. So
I thought maybe it'd be a link to somewhere else in that.
That's what I'd think too. Oh well. Okay.
Oh man, when we were doing that farm, I'm just gonna chalk it up to everybody was tired, but everybody kept calling them those mob types thermitages.
Oh,
it was driving me nuts.
Thermaturds.
It's a thermitage. Like you literally have it backwards. Thaumaturge, thermitage. I'm just gonna bite my tongue. I'm not gonna actually them.
All right. I guess we'll go move to the node system, world in progression. How do you feel about player controlled development of cities and nodes?
Cool in concept, but I feel like needs more fleshing out. Specifically, I think in populated nodes, it's not going to be a problem. You're going to have a much easier time. But in nodes such as ours, in New Ayla, where there's like literally nothing fucking there, it makes things rough. But it is, however, nice that the mayors are working together to, make the buildings that are going to benefit the realm most and not doubling up on stuff. So I think that's definitely a help that brings people to, the nodes that aren't super populated, at least right now, for a reason. But man, like doing those bioorders and stuff yesterday, like we just needed so many materials, and it was kind of like up to our guild and a couple others to farm that stuff because there just wasn't enough people in the node to do it really, or doing them really. So like I said, I think good in concept, but has some more work to do or to go.
Yeah, I think we are missing a lot of what nodes offer. So it's kind of rough to say, but like I kind of wish that guilds had more of a presence when it comes to nodes. Like, yeah, we have a mayor and they can be part of the guilds, but like it's not like needed, like how castles operate. Like everyone in that guild will succeed if you own a castle. Like you get to take out other nodes' taxes and spread that throughout your guild. Like I wish that nodes kind of had a system excuse me, kind of like that, where maybe the mayor can take like 1% out from taxes or something. I don't know. Or like, this might be a little more too much fantasy, but like maybe like if you're high enough level mayor of some kind, you can maybe steal some taxes, and I don't know, something like there just need to be more guild presence when it comes to nodes.
It definitely does seem, I don't know, like I guess maybe it's expectations versus reality, but I thought that there would be a bigger benefit to being a mayor, and I just don't see necessarily what that is right now. Like, sure, you get a cool flying mount, but yeah, you can't take any of the money out of the node as a mayor. I'm not saying that's what you would do, but you can't, even if you wanted to. There's no really benefit to the guild per se of the person that's the mayor of the node, because the guild benefits just like all the other citizens do. So it almost seems like there's no point for a guild to try to control a node, with the exception of the guild is going to be the one that gets the mayor into the mayor's position. But again, what is the benefit to being in that position other than, you're the mayor, so the name, and then a flying mount? Like, what else? What rewards can the mayor reap for being the mayor? And that's just what I don't necessarily fully understand and grasp. But maybe that's by design. Maybe that's the whole point, is that the mayor isn't going to be somebody that can abuse their power, and that's going to be left up to the castles.
Yeah,
in the castle system.
I mean, which is like going to be the superpowers, right? Just because there's only 5 throughout the world, and you're going to have like 10 to 15 nodes under your purview, and if you're a shitty fucking king, because you can do a lot of stuff with castles, quote unquote, compared to the wiki, where like you can do castle zone wide buffs. You can get like rich because of the taxes. You can tell the mayor to like, hey, I need you to build a royal stable for me, so when we go to war in castles, then all my officers can have flying mounts in castle sieges. Like you can also tax nodes as well, and it's just like there's the list goes on and on and on, and it's all guild related. Nodes don't. I mean, yeah, you have a node siege, but that's also citizens as well. That's outside the guild. That's everybody. And I just feel like there needs to be more, once again, guild presence for nodes, because I feel like it's just like whoever owns the castle is gonna be the super powerhouse of the server, and who gives a fuck if you own a node? Like, you mean nothing to me.
Yeah.
Because nodes are gonna fall if you're a shitty mayor and not building anything, but that's about it.
Yeah, and I guess from a castle's perspective, you probably really don't care who the mayor is, as long as you know they're doing what you want them to do. Maybe, because I mean, yeah, it really definitely seems like the castles are going to be the ones that hold the power. You know, I hate to relate it to real life politics, but in a sense, it's kind of the way. It's, you know, politicians are there as like the face and the people, but really, who's pulling the strings? You know, it's their backers, it's their sponsors. You know, things like lobbyists and, you know,
Yeah.
people that actually hold the power are the people with the money behind the face. You know, so it's like, yeah, it definitely seems like the real person, the real group holding the power in these situations is the castle.
Mm-hmm.
Because if they don't like the mayor, what can they do? Like, they could just like cut off funding, you know, all the jack up the taxes. I guess I don't know if they can displace a mayor or not, but I don't know. Like I said, it just seems like they are the ones that hold the power.
Well, let's look at kings and queens and see exactly what they do here. So kings and queens can also be elected mayor of a node. Lords of castles and mayors unlock a special high effective abilities along with long cooldowns that can be used during sieges or events. Guild castles, benefits of guild castles provides benefits and trophies for guilds that capture the castles and control them. These benefits increase the longer the guild holds the castle. Guilds castles exert a king and queen's presence over nodes with their reign. They levy taxes for purposes of defense. Additional taxes already imposed by the node government, so you're taxing the taxes. Activate events and abilities that benefit node citizens under their rule. Establish special relationships with mayors to help them build up 3 dedicated castle nodes. That's gonna be annoying. I won't even go into that. Unlock additional building types and nodes. Exert control and pressure over 1-5 economic regions. Like, it's, you don't get any of that as a mayor. Like, you're just some dude that the people need you to build stuff.
Well, and that's the other thing too, is maybe they do, we just don't have it implemented yet. It's still just so very bare bones that we don't have the full like list of mayoral capabilities.
Yeah, that's true. Like, royal mounts are a tier 3 class of flying mounts available to mayors of metropolis nodes and kings and queens of guild castles. Royal mounts can also be dropped from legendary world bosses, so like, you get these mounts if you're a king as well.
Yeah.
Let's see. Don't care about royal mounts as much. I think they did change, because I remember reading it way back when. Where is it? Levy taxes for purposes of defense. I think they changed that.
I wonder how that would work. Levy taxes for purposes of additional, right? Levy taxes for the purpose of defense. Additional taxes already imposed by node. Yeah, so like, what if you're going to levy taxes for defense? What are you doing? How are you using those taxes to increase the defense of your node?
This is the most recent one, 2020.
Another thing to note about the castles is they do
too close test.
Have a lot of trophies for the guilds that manage to take them and keep them. As a matter of fact, the benefits for holding a castle actually get greater the.
Or wait.
Stream.
There we go. Got it.
longer a guild holds onto its castle. So each cycle, which is a 30-day cycle before it gets sieged again, the benefits of the castle get stronger. They exert control and pressure over the region, one of the 5 main economic regions they exert control over. They can levy taxes against the nodes under them. They can establish essentially the quote-unquote king's presence or queen's presence within the node system that grants benefits to the citizens that are under its rule. And they can have special relationships established with the mayors as well to help participate in kind of building up the nodes that spawn around the castle, these castle dedicated nodes. They're not tied into the structure of the general world node structure, but they're kind of dedicated to helping to build up the castle's defenses and the economic benefits that come along with owning the castle. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this little...
Yeah, so I guess you really didn't go into depth about the levy taxes and stuff, but they just sound like a better mayor, honestly.
Yeah.
It's gonna be interesting. I mean, they didn't even have it in Alpha 1, so they haven't even remotely touched this. And all the information that I've learned about castles is either through this blog, this wiki, and a blog that they posted sometime somewhere. Yeah. So it's like hoping like Divine Order decides like, you know what, mayorship is fucking bullshit. Let's become kings and fucking get a castle.
Yeah, I definitely think that would be kind of the goal over mayoralship. But
who knows?
I don't know.
Who knows where it's gonna take us? Next question. That's a pretty good question. What kind of role do you want to play in our in your node? More of a builder, protector, something else? Like personally.
Role in the node.
Yeah.
Well, so we're going to ideally be controlling a divine node, which means it means a lot of things. So I think I talked to you about this before, but I'll explain it again for people that aren't aware. When you control a divine node, you are essentially controlling a node that is devoted and dedicated to religion. And with that, there's the whole religion system, which each god, I guess, of the pantheon has their own like I don't know what you want to call it, congregation, I guess, where you can ascend the ranks of that congregation to become upper echelon of that religion. So let's say, for example, I use this example because this is what we were originally talking about before, we have really any idea of the gods. But for example, Sheol is one of the gods. So if we control a divine node, one of the things that we can build are temples to the gods. And we would then, like, let's say we're followers of Sheol, we would then build a temple to Sheol within our node. And people that worship Sheol would then get the benefits of being under a Sheol node. Now, there's going to be competition in the religious space between, the followers of Sheol and the followers of other deities. So again, let's say we're followers of Sheol, we control the divine node. We need to make sure that Sheol is the primary deity of the node to kind of keep that sort of on top, because that's aligning with our goals. Now, just like you have in like a guild where you have officers and you have the leader, the same thing happens within the religion. So in the religion, if you're a follower of Sheol, you can ascend to the upper echelons of leadership in that division or in that congregation, that following of Sheol, to the point where you can almost become a, somewhat comparable member of stature as to a mayor. So the way I equate it is think of like the Catholic Church and how that can impact, world leaders, all around the world. Like you have people like what, the Queen, the President of the United States, all these different world leaders who respect and kind of adhere to, I shouldn't say adhere, but how do I put this without sounding like
they respect
paranoid
the Pope,
black helicopters? Yeah. And they do have a large, far-reaching hand. I'll put it that way. To the point where, again, there is a level of control there. So my personal thing, what I would want to have happen is, because I am playing a cleric within the node, I would want to be in that upper echelon of the religious system. Call it the Pope, call it the Archbishop, whatever you want to call it. That would be kind of my goal.
Okay. That sounds pretty cool. I mean, I didn't know it went to that point where like you have some certain stature and perks that the religion gives you. And I'm curious of where they're going to take that. I wouldn't mind going down that route. If it's like outside of guild related things and it's more of a game related thing where it's like how like in WoW you have gladiator for PvP and that's like a status.
Yeah.
And how anyone can get gladiator. I kind of hope that it's the same way. If you follow Shoal, anyone could be a certain level somewhere. Where it's like a status and not like there's one person ruling the fucking congregation, if you know what that means, or if you know what I mean.
Yeah. From what I read, it doesn't seem like that's going to be the case. It definitely seems like there's going to be a leader, and that leader is going to have particular benefits akin to probably like a mayor. I don't know what the limit is. You should pull it up in the wiki. Me and Neo dove into it a while back and we were looking at it, and it's crazy. I don't know if it's just like under religions or like religious organization or how you would find it, but it's definitely like a competitive hierarchy where like you get to be that top person by being like the best person at whatever it is that requires you to do.
Graham Cracker, I honestly forgot about some of these systems. I didn't realize the castle system ruled over a bunch of nodes and the whole region system totally escaped my memory. Yeah, dude, like the castles are fucking nuts, dude. Like it's a whole thing, and only 5 guilds are going to be ruling a castle, and they're going to be ruling with an iron fist. Like you have to, because they're going to be attacked all the time. It's kind of nuts. So progression with religion unlocks benefits of the original members. Religious progression is based on quests. Religions have a ranking system based on a player's performance in these quests and the number of quests completed. Changing religion will cause loss, of course. Religions can become patrons of the node, of course. Benefits. Religion progression grants benefits to members of that region. Unique titles can unlock special abilities and stats during sieges and events. So, roles that open during events and node sieges, providing node a temple dedicated to the player's deity and the player's citizen node, unlock augments and top of tier achievements with the religion. Highest ranking members of the religion can gain access to unique items from vendors. Some of these items are bound to the character or are lost when the character loses the rank. Discounts and recipes. Is it possible the player to create a character who has achieved top spot in a particular religion can become an avatar of deity? Become a very prestigious member of the community in your node. You have certain powers that are granted to you during the node events. If you're the highest ranking member, you can get unique access to certain vendor tables. Okay, we just said that. So it seems like since achievements are going to be worldwide, I think to me, how I read that multiple people in an area can get these things. And I don't think there's going to be a top dog. I think it's just a title that you can achieve, and it's going to be rough trying to get that title.
Where did you get that from? Because that's not at all what I got from that. So there's going to be a top dog is what I got.
Unique titles can unlock special abilities and stats during siege events. Roles that open up during events, providing a node to the temple, temple dedicated to the player's deity and players in that node. That's benefits I want to do. Highest ranking members of a religion gain access to unique items from vendors. So members as in multiple. That's where I got that from.
Right, but that could also mean from other religions. You know, there's not just going to be one deity in the game. There's what, 7? 5 that we know of, and what, a couple unnamed ones or something like that.
There are 6 primary religions as well as Tolnar Underrealm religion. So religions have a ranking system based on players' performance in these quests and numbers of quests completed. So that you have access to unique vendors. Because even, I mean, to me, just reading that he's always talking in, plural. You know, when we talk about particular patron of religion of a node, it's certain relics and they can be acquired, a certain progression in title and rank for players that they can invest in, and that investment requires successful execution of certain narrative portions, and then they, upon doing so, now they have access to unique vendors. Tables intersect with a slice of economy that provide unique areas where players can corner a market because they progress a certain level within the religion. It seems like it's just a title based thing, and there's not going to be like I am the leader of Shoal. And because it'd be kind of broken.
I take it differently, but who knows? They could do different things with each different religion. Maybe they have like a council for one religion. Maybe they have a leader of another religion, like how they do different things with the different node types for mayorship. I don't know. Who knows? We'll eventually figure it out either way. But like I said, to me, it seemed like, you know, there's gonna be somebody who's the top. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe they don't have a particular title, but you know, it's based on quests, right? If you do the most quests, you're gonna get the highest rank. There's always gonna be somebody that's done more than other people. So unless there's just a certain threshold that you need to pass in order to get this certain rank, and then multiple people can get that top rank, maybe. But then how many people is that going to be? Because these people are all getting benefits and stuff that can affect the nodes, or at least affect like node progression or node wars or whatever it was they were talking about in the benefits. You know, like how many people are going to do that? Are going to be able to do that?
Maybe there's maybe there's a set amount per node, because it's saying, you'd have to build a temple in that node to do this.
Right.
And so maybe it's like you only can have 5 people in a node reach this rank, you know, which would kind of, you know, to me, like that would kind of suck, because like this is not like a outside a guild thing. Like let's say a guild owns a node, and they although none of their guys can rank up to the highest level, you know, because they're blocking it off because they already have 5, and that's the leaders of the guild, you know. And so I would go find a different node, divine node, if I wanted to go down this path or something like that. It just seems kind of
but it doesn't necessarily restrict it to any, like the guild per se. Like, yeah, you could do that, but also that's open to anybody. Like if you're a gamer and you're doing more quests than other people, you can still beat out the people of that guild for those spots. You know, like it's still open for anybody else to come in there and scoop that up. But yeah, I don't know. To me, it adds another power dynamic to the game, which I think is interesting and it's good. Yeah. I don't know fully how they're going to implement it, because I mean, there are some valid points that you made there, that maybe it's like a certain number of people that can reach that highest tier. I don't know.
I mean, yeah, we're gonna have to see. I mean, I don't even know in the phases they're gonna be releasing religion. I don't think it's in any of the phases at all. I didn't see it.
I don't think it is either.
And it's just another system that we're gonna have to wait and see. I think it's gonna be cool. I mean, I'm down to be edgy and be a tonal religion, you know, which apparently it's a combination of religious beliefs in the major races as well pagan beliefs in minor races. Over time, they coexist together in Underrealm. Like, that sounds cool.
Yeah.
I think if I was going to my place in a node, I really want to own a tavern. So fucking bad, dude. Like, just having patrons come to my fucking tavern, just fucking, like, I have the best food buffs.
Is that even possible?
Yeah, players can own taverns. It's fucking sick. I'll even pull it up.
Oh, I didn't even know that's a thing.
Taverns are a type of business building. They'd be placed in nodes or on freeholds. So that's the thing. I can turn my freehold into a random tavern throughout the world. It's like, oh, you're coming to my weary tavern, you know, weary traveler.
Yeah.
Limited number of tavern permits issued by the nodes. These permits are allowed tavern owners to customize the vendor tables with items and services and the tavern can supply with listed patrons. There's a limit to the number of taverns can be built in a node. There's no provision for owners to block or ban patrons from entering their own tavern or their tavern. But you can have fucking tavern games. And they were talking about where the tavern's the only place you can have voice chat in the game.
Really?
Yeah. You can also do betting for or parlor games. They're right here. Power games are games that are played in player-built taverns or in no taverns. Some will be dice games, so there will be card games, so some will be less savory. These games will involve both act, chance, and skill. They must be played with between 2 or more people. Players will be able to wager in a game, currency against other players, and there's tavern owners can dictate table costs of power games, so you can make money that way. And it's be a portion of the income from the game goes to the tavern owner or node. Like, that's sick as fuck. Just have like a legal dice ring going on in my tavern.
What other kind of player businesses can be ran from the node? Is it just the tavern?
Business building. Let's see. Business building or freehold node buildings to provide items and service to players. Business building can be provided services that the owner could be being without the owner being present. List of buildings. Confectioner's Delight, food halls, forges of remembrance, Giant Slayer Lodge, Grey Shore Way Station, inns, Leyline Orreries. I have no idea what any of these are. Taverns. Yeah, I don't know what Confectioner's Delight. Oh,
that'd be like sweets.
These are cosmetic business freehold building skins in a pre-order pack. Okay.
Oh.
Okay, so we got player stalls, we have inns, we have taverns. Leyline Orrery.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
It's a cosmetic business freehold skin from a pack.
Or it can be placed in your house, in a housing cosmetic. Oh.
Is that what you said? I don't know. What did I say?
Yeah, that's what it's called.
Yeah, Leyline Orrery. But player stalls would be sick. Like, you can have a fucking shop out in the middle of the fucking woods. Like, oh, it's wondering what the fuck that is. Oh yeah, I don't know. I think it's just a skin, and I think that what we have is food halls, inns, player stalls, and taverns. A food hall would be kind of cool. It's like, come to my Hell's Kitchen. I'm Gordon Ramsay.
Yeah, right.
You want a fucking beef Wellington? I got you, dog.
An inn would be cool too.
Yeah.
I wonder what the purpose of it would be.
So let's go to inns, because I know for taverns you can have like, you can give people buffs as a tavern owner that come to your tavern if you hang out and stuff.
Say, can you buy a room at the inn and set that as like a respawn or something?
That'd be kind of cool. Inns. Inn public houses are default service buildings that come pre-built with the nodes. Inns are also present in starting areas and business buildings on freeholds, so you have an inn on your freehold. Inns offer introductory instance rental accommodation, storage, limited amounts of furniture. Inns are intended to be most accessible from foreign places of housing. This includes ability to claim citizenship to the node. Yeah, you can literally...
So because not everybody's going to be able to have a freehold, your house essentially is going to be your in-room storage, some obviously housing items like cosmetics you can set up in there.
Yeah.
Interesting. That's kind of cool, actually.
Yeah. I would love to have a tavern and an inn attached to my freehold and have people have a storage somewhere that's close to like a, let's say a hotspot for grinding or something like that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, dude. There's so many systems in this game that people really don't talk about. Like there's gonna be an escrow system.
Yeah.
Which is kind of cool.